good, people? We are tuned in to another episode of Get This D with your boy D Smith, man. Listen, I got some special guests in the building tonight, man. I got the crew of the Break Room.
Yeah, what up?
In the joint today, man. What's going on, fellas?
What up? What up?
We here. Building.
Man, I'm so happy to have y'all, dude.
Oh,
we are
right,
really
glad to be
finna
here,
turn
man.
up in and get into this conversation, man. But before we start, man, give us a quick intro, man.
Yo, I'm Sign, man. You already know. No, man, D. Coming back from Morgan Park. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
we
Yes,
do
sir.
98 in this
Yes, sir.
place.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? You know, go ahead on, Frank.
This your boy Keith, representing the Break Room as well. Representing for the fam. You know how we do.
Yeah. Hey, man, this is Tori, a.k.a. Ray. Man, represent that break room, man. we here.
All right, man. We in here strong, baby. We in here strong, man. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the topic, man. So listen, man. Today's topic: GoodPAC, BadPAC. Which PAC is most influential, and the accountability and role of hip hop in the black community? Okay, so GoodPAC, BadPAC. It's a play on Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Right.
We all know everybody holds Tupac in such reverence. I think Tupac is probably the most revered figure in hip hop.
Easily.
Probably. I don't
Definitely for
really
me.
know anybody who holds kind of the same sway, kind of the same weight. You know, when you talk about him, when you consider him. Biggie don't even hold the same weight.
No, he don't.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
When people think about Pac, people think of Pac as a revolutionary. People think of Pac as a poet. People think of Pac as a great actor. People think of Pac as a thug. People think of Pac as a real nigga. People think of Pac as a lover. People think of Pac as a leader. But I want to examine Pac a little bit. Okay. And this is in no way an attempt to smear a dead man's name or anything like that. Okay. But I often feel that if we're going to give somebody all the credit for one thing, they also have to take the other side of that coin.
True.
Okay?
Most definitely.
And so that's why we're breaking down good Pac, bad Pac. Which Pac is the most influential Pac in the game? So we're going to throw that on out there. I'm going to throw that in the air. We're going to see where that lands. Which Pac is the most influential Pac to you?
No, man. To me.
Which Pac? Which Pac is it?
Man, that's a good question.
Which Pac is it? Tori, Keith.
Man, I'm going to say...
Jay Sean, let me know. Speak to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Who you got, Rick?
I'm going to say BadPAC is more influential.
Okay.
Yeah, BadPAC, because it's like nobody... They never talk about the good that he did. You know,
True,
it's
true.
like, or if they talk about it, it's kind of marginalized and minimized to the point where it's like kind of like a footnote almost about all the good that he did and all the good things that he said.
Right.
But they made everything he did that was bad. They blew it up. You know what I'm saying? Like the run-ins with the police, the rape case, the jail bid. You know, and they
The fake rape case.
right, the fake rape case. right.
Yeah.
But they maximized that. They made that to where it was like plastered all over the media. That's all you ever saw. And so that's why people had this idea of who they thought he really was, not knowing that on the flip side of that, there was another side of this person that cared about black people. He wanted to see black people rise and become what they're capable of being. You know, and it's like, so I think that, man, the BadPAC has always gotten more press. I believe that that side of him was way more magnified than the revolutionary side, as you said earlier. And it's like, it's sad, man. It's really sad that, man, because the youth, a lot of these kids, they don't even know. They never knew anything about. They don't
They
even
know the
listen to
Death Row Pac.
Right, they know
Yeah.
Death Row.
They know
Right,
Death Row Pac.
right.
And most of them don't even know them because you had a little Yachty talking about some Pac was trash. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just saying.
Oh, shit,
it's,
man.
it's that generation.
Man, that's-
so,
Yeah.
you know.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that is. Definitely. Big Keith, what you think, man?
I agree with you on Tori Nelson all the way, man. I think that the bad Pacs, they call him quote unquote, was the one that everybody looked up to, that thought he was the one they should idolize, whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, the old Pac from Keep Your Head Up,
Brenda's Got a Baby.
Brenda's Got a Baby, Holly If You Hear Me. Those were songs about political change and raising awareness of the black community.
Right.
But he didn't get that bad rep to
Death Row era.
Death Row era came in. Like Son said earlier, the fake rape charges came in, and he's a poster child for gangster rap. He's the problem child. You know what I'm saying? That's when everything hit the fan, I think.
Yeah, they didn't talk about him until he was like lashing out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now he's Mr. F the Police and Mr. Shooter Cop, whatever the case may be, or he's a poster for Bad Boy, or poster for being a thug, whatever. I mean, come on, man. You know, so.
Do you think any of that was deserved, though? Or do you think it was more or less the media just taking small pieces of his reaction catching it on camera and just throwing it out there, blasting it out there, or catching small parts of his interactions with people or issues or drama or whatever, and just saying, you know what, we're going to go ahead and milk that and exploit that.
I think
or do you think
ways.
it was more or less him, maybe he had a little bit more to do with it than just...
I think it worked both ways, to be honest with you. And what I mean by that, it worked in his favor because he got him more exposure. You know what I'm saying? You already had the hood on lock to an extent.
Yeah.
But once he got that crossover as far as in the media all the time, white kids are buying his music. You know what I'm saying? Who's his Tupac character?
Yeah.
That's what he all about. Beef with Biggie. What? He shot a cop. What's this all about?
Yeah.
He's in court for rape. What's this all about? That's when MTV got on the bandwagon. All this, keep it real.
Yeah.
BET, all them got jump on. He wasn't like big as he was before then. He was big, but not like he was, you know what I'm saying?
He was still selling his million, 2 million.
Exactly.
million copies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he didn't blow until after all the charges and all that stuff.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. So, yeah.
And then that going into, you know, the whole Suge going to jail and getting them from jail, and bringing them back, and going straight to the studio, and
Exactly,
all this adds to the legend.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? All this kind of adds to the legend, so it's easy for the poet Pac to kind of get buried under that.
Exactly.
It's easy
that's
for the
what it
revolutionary
was.
Pac to get buried under that.
I was about to say that because I think GoodPAC laid the foundation of what he had. Like everybody, like what made everybody like Pac was because he was so deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a lot of layers to Pac. So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
and
definitely.
even if you saw him, it was like, okay, man, you got the poet Pac, you got the revolutionary Pac, you got maybe him influenced with the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying? It's all that. Then you got the dude that cares for the community, and then you got the rapper where he was doing his thing, and then once everything started coming, you started playing the roles as the bad guy, because he wasn't that dude.
Right.
And then you turn around and then you get, all right, now we got they gonna associate me with these thugs right here I've been hanging with. I'm gonna go to jail, they not. So now my whole mindset changes now. Like he had so much anger in him being locked up for that time, and now that anger comes out. And it's sad, but what our community we associate with more is the anger. You know what I'm saying? The anger, the struggle. So you know what? Suge saw it, let's capitalize off of this. The media saw it, we gonna capitalize off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter what he did now. It don't matter everything that he did good no more. If I'm gonna sit here and say, yo, fuck the world, I'm here, you know what I'm saying, then that's what we gonna roll with. And so it's like, yo, this is how we feel. So now, but it also, what we kind of touched on a little bit was he was once you say something like that, the media wants to go ahead and say, this is how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
He becomes
so
he
becomes
a spokesman for the
he
culture.
becomes a spokesperson for the culture. And so, which is sad because, like I was saying yesterday on our show about that black athlete, how somebody or the entertainer, they have to be the spokesman. It's sad because once they make it to a certain level, everything they say has to be representing what the community is. So not even in Pac in his in-depthness, he could have been all of the above. We associated more with the thug type of because of where we come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you see the white kids, they wanted to associate it with it because that's what they see and that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Let's we gonna be thug, man. Me at CB4.
Exactly. Yeah, real talk.
So it's just, oh man, it's so thrilling. And did he really shoot this guy? So you don't. It wasn't the fact that he shot a cop. They leave out the fact that he shot a cop because they was beating up a brother for no reason.
And
you know
it was
what I'm saying?
undercover cop at that.
It was an undercover cop that didn't show his badge or anything else. But the main headline was Pac shot a cop.
Yeah.
So they chose to leave that out.
Exactly.
That's why he won the case. Yep. They pulled him out the street in Oakland and beat him down. That's why he won that case and sued them but they missed all that part. They don't do that. They just say, he's a
off the rug.
So but the thug part of the BadPAC is what it had the most influence on the culture because that's what rap became. You know what I'm saying? It was in the middle of, it was changing into the gangster rap era. Gangster rap, NWA and everything, man. And then now, Death Row. You know what I'm saying? So he get up, then he come in, Suge, the bad boy of hip-hop comes in, and now he's associated with Thug. He's the boogeyman.
He was the boogeyman.
He comes in, and now he has his rep, and now you bring up a Pac. Everybody, Pac just started acting different when he was around him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was like, okay, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? You know, this part affected everything now. So now that's what BadPAC had more influence on the culture then because, you know, that's what it was after that.
That's what they saw,
And but we only saw BadPAC for 2 years.
It was only 2 years. It was a 2-year run.
2 years, year and a half. You saw BadPAC.
Yeah.
Everything else was decent.
That
but that last year and a half was like,
that's all you saw. Yeah.
So
And then again, I think also him connecting with Death Row.
Yeah.
At the time that he connected with Death Row, was like a marriage
made in hell.
Yeah. I can almost say marriage made in heaven too.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because from a marketing standpoint, it was genius. Like you can't, like if you could like build. Like if you could literally say, okay, cool, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna launch an album, but in order to get the maximum amount of exposure, we're gonna create a little drama here, and we're gonna segue that into a great opportunity, which has its own story built in, and then we just gonna run it. No, you're right. Run it. You know what I'm saying? From there on out, we just gonna hit the gas and we just gonna run it. Like the whole story of Suge going to jail to get him out. I mean, anybody going to jail to get anybody out is a story within itself.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, he goes on the Death Row, and Death Row coming off of fucking Dre and Snoop and Dog Pound.
They all got cases.
Yeah, they right. They
Red and Easy hanging Vanilla Ice over there.
So Death Row was on a slight decline at the time.
You can
Very
say that.
slight.
You can say that.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't
definitely.
pushing out no real major shit.
Yeah.
So Pac comes and kind of rejuvenates the whole fucking label and brings this whole new burst of energy into
it became all about him on the road.
Yeah.
And Dre was winding down his time with them, so it was coming
He's
to an
do his
end.
own thing with Aftermath.
Right.
Yeah.
Snoop, I think, was on No Limit at the time.
Nah, you still
Snoop was
when
there.
they first
Snoop was going through the murder charges thing.
He just got through. They was all. That's when they came
wrapped it
against America's Most Wanted. Two of America's Most Wanted was doing that. So I mean, they was still right there they was at the peak, but they was about to start going down because you didn't know it at the time. But them adding like with that who was that the Vibe cover was the Vibe or Source cover with all four of them.
Oh yeah, that was
and I was like, yo,
Vibe.
and they had them like, yo, that was right at their peak where they was like, okay, we about to get Pac in here. And I mean, when he did that double CD, man, he had everybody on there, Dre,
Roger
Snoop,
Troutman.
Roger Troutman, they had everything. But then that was the end of it though. Because then it was like, he died. Dre left. Then he was about to, Pac was recording Machiavelli at the time too. But Dre had already left.
Snoop was bouncing.
Snoop was still there, but he was the Dogfather wasn't as big as
it didn't hit.
It didn't hit like what's the name. So it was a bad time. You know what I'm saying? They still didn't work on the Dog Pound new album. So it was just like it was a lot that was going on because Suge's whole focus was Tupac then.
Yeah, and they funded a lot of projects and a lot of resources into Pac.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
a lot of beats that
That's
Daz
true.
had made and shit that they had on
went
other
to
people's
Pac,
shit. Went to Pac.
Yeah, they gave him to Pac. Yeah, Pac was like a machine at that point. He came out of jail and was like, "I'm ready."
That All Eyes on Me, dude, was a fucking.
Yeah.
It's
But he
classic.
couldn't do nothing.
God,
Everybody forget he was still on probation and he couldn't leave.
Right.
He couldn't leave the state without getting permission. So him doing tours wasn't happening.
Right.
They let him go to Las Vegas, which he shouldn't actually went, but if they let him go to Las Vegas because he just got it cleared by his PO to go out there and for the fight and then perform at the club. And that was that. You know what I'm saying? Because he went to Vegas twice to do the House of Blues in Vegas. The last live show he really had, and then they went back again for the fight, and then that was it. But that was like you said, that was the downfall of. If he'd have still, I think if he'd still been alive, Death Row probably would have been different.
Pac, he would still be on Death Row by now?
No, he would have left.
He would have left.
But you remember he was trying to leave.
Yeah, I know.
Suge got him with that to do the Death Row East thing to try to keep him on. So he still would have been with Death Row, but I think he would have had more power and trying to do what he was trying to do with Death Row with East or whatever. But he was trying to figure out a way to get away from it, man.
Yeah.
And because it was all going downhill.
He saw it. It
was going down.
He knew it was a sinking ship, man. And
But that's why he did all the
He didn't want to be around it no more.
He wanted to get out of it. I got a 3-album deal with them. I'm about to give you everything. I got a double CD and I gave you the Machiavelli joint. It's done. You know what I'm saying? That's my 3.
Yep.
Now you got to recoup money now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other end of it. You know, he hooked him out like Big Red, office hours from 9 to 5.
No, exactly though. Exactly.
When you got a question about my books.
Exactly though.
That question, what do you think Tupac would be now had he still been alive? Do you still where do you see him in the whole hip hop culture now?
I don't think he would have been rapping anymore though.
You don't think so?
Nah.
If he did, it'd been just for fun, for fans' sake, for the fans. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he'd have been like full time. I think he'd been
I think
more,
he would have moved into the political arena.
I would say political, even Hollywood.
I think they've been more Hollywood and even like behind the scenes writing and producing TV and doing films. So kind of like what 50
Broadway
doing
or something.
Right
He
Pretty
been
much,
doing something.
yeah.
He been doing
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But rapping, I don't think he would have been like full on into
I think
it.
it would have like decreased as he got older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do see him more in a 50 Cent kind of a role. Because,
Definitely.
I mean, low key, 50 Cent had a real, like,
50 killing it right now.
Yeah, I give him
authentic
props.
acting
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
Like this nigga's resume.
Yeah.
It's deep.
The movies may not be
Yeah.
like on the top of your short list,
the resume
But he's
is-
worked with some heavyweights.
who
though.
he's worked with,
Yeah.
nigga, like the names he's showed up alongside,
Yeah.
nigga.
I
De
saw he had a movie-
Niro,
yeah, well, I said
Bruce
De Niro.
Willis,
Yeah.
fucking Pacino, like De
yeah.
Niro.
You got
nigga,
top
he done-
dogs, literally.
nigga.
Man. These your who's who. of
Yeah,
Hollywood.
he done-
Exactly.
You know
he
what
done
I'm saying?
acted-
He working side by
he done-
side these guys.
Yeah.
And holding your own at that.
Oh, yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah, he wasn't a slouch on the screen. Yeah.
50 Cent has definitely had his career. So if 50 Cent would, I definitely see Pac heading in that direction, doing way more, acting, spreading his chops with the acting thing. And probably, I could definitely see him producing some shows and shit. I could-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Just because he was a writer. He
Yeah,
was a
he's a
writer.
writer,
first.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anything before, he was a performing arts. And he was a writer. So he was on stage, he was doing his thing, he was acting, but he was a poet. He was a writer. This is what he did.
He was
you know
a
what
true
I'm saying?
artist,
So
man. He was an artist.
He was a
Yeah.
throwback, man. He was a real throwback and probably like one of the only ones in hip hop that was like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what make him so controversial and so different from everybody because there was only one Pac. I don't care what anybody, this person, Nas is this, Biggie was this, Jay is this. There was only one Pac.
Yeah.
Like there's no duplicating dude. There's no, it ain't gonna never be another dude like that, man. Because because he was like the perfect mix. It wasn't nobody else raised back Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody else doing this type of thing. Wasn't nobody else doing that. So to be able to go ahead and man, go into that realm and be a rapper, be a community activist, to be this, then can't nobody else do that. Like, so you don't see that happening nowhere else.
Yeah, I say he's the template, man, for a lot of rappers, man. Like,
Yeah, he was.
just real talk. Like, I say if you're gonna build a rapper, that's what you would want because you have that person, like you just said, man. He had everything. He embodied everything. He had every aspect of artistry and like performing arts and all that stuff. He had all of that.
Yeah.
I say if I know if I'm a label head and I wanted to build a label, and I want to build an artist. That's what I would go for. I want a guy that can appeal to the ladies.
marketable. Yep.
I want a guy that's marketable. I want a guy that
Got street cred.
got street cred, all that stuff, man. Then also I got a guy that also he can cross over into movies.
Yeah.
And he can, man, it's like, man, this dude he can do no wrong, man, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? As far as like musically and when it comes to arts.
Yeah, because he was writing screenplays and all that. They said before he died. They found all that. Yeah, so
Damn, man. Like,
it's a loss, a huge loss.
it is. And when you stop and think about the contribution of people and what they bring to these different art forms, rap, acting, writing, all these different things, man, it is very few people that can bring something to all those.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's very few people who can say, okay, I can do this, I can give you a little bit of this, give you a little bit of that, come back here, give you this, come back here, hit him with a street anthem, come back here, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude really had a lot to give. You know what I'm saying? And even, like, I could see him even being more on the activist side of things, like a Big Mike.
Yeah.
Kind of dude, you know what I'm saying? Running around.
I would have loved to see him go at Donald Trump right now.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely,
I would have loved to see what he would have had to
He
say.
came for his neck.
You know what I'm saying? That's something
Oh,
I would have loved to see. Like, yo, what would he have to say about this type of situation? What's going on right
He
now?
probably already said it. He probably already said it.
Pull up,
You gotta find a
pull
track.
up all over the
You gotta find a track somewhere. Yeah,
Because it's crazy, man. Just like at the age he would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he was
It's
25 when he passed, right?
young as
25 when
hell.
he died,
Young
you know
as
what I'm
hell.
saying? And what was that? Shoot, 20, 30, almost, what, 20 years ago, 25,
So he'd have been
23 years ago?
20 years,
Yeah,
23 years
Was
ago.
that 23 years ago?
Yeah, 23 years.
So you talking about, man, Buddy would have been 48, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z 59 billionaire, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh.
Yeah.
But he ain't saying nothing like that against Trump and all them. This
Exactly.
dude was sitting there.
He would have did that.
He'd have been
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah,
Well,
he
Pac
did.
would have been a billionaire? Probably not,
Nah,
because
his
they
mouth
wouldn't have
would
let
have
him
found
do
it.
it.
blackball him somewhere. Yeah, But
Just keep, they were like, we gonna keep this nigga in the place. He can be a
Right.
couple of $100 million in.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But he ain't about to
You
be
gonna
a
find a way to
All
stop
billionaire.
right, we'll give him T.I. money.
getting too powerful. Yeah.
No shade at T.I. But we give you T.I.
Love,
money.
Love, man.
They might let him get up to Diddy, give him a half a billy, but they won't let him get up. He ain't going no further than that, bro. We not about to put you.
Oh,
in
they
the
ain't giving him
billion.
Diddy stuff because they gave Diddy a network. So, nah, man.
No, I'm just saying that to be worth.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure, like, after Pac would have been doing movies and everything, he'd have had,
absolutely.
He'd have had some stuff going on, man. It'd have been reaching up there.
His own
you know what I'm saying?
station or
So
something like
because people would have wanted to work with him. Because it's like it was only so much like after everybody. Because look at all the people he had beef with when he was talking, when he was rapping. You know what I'm saying? So, but all those people looked up to him and reverence, look at him.
And
in
never
reverence
really
now.
said much
Nas
about
and all
him.
these other guys.
Never
would've-
really said much in response to all the shit he was talking.
Oh, he just went at them because of their association with, you know what I'm saying, Bad Boy and Biggie and stuff like that. Jay-Z tried to say something one time, but it wasn't nothing. It was something minor, but he went in on him. Like, and you know, so it was like, yo, hey,
Pac
man.
didn't care.
Now brings me to my next question.
Right.
So we were talking about all the great influences that Pac have, and you know, Pac is an actor. He's this, he's that, and I mentioned earlier. Does he have any accountability for some of the negativity attached to his name? You know what I'm saying? Now I know we all know about the Vegas situation. We all know about that, right? You know, we know about some of the beef situations. But I did, you know, I've been doing like a lot of research and looking at interviews from different people, and you know, the opinions vary. There are people who hold Pac as like Moses,
Right.
Yeah.
and then there's folks who hold Pac like he's Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, he's just loud.
You know what I'm saying? He's just another nigga out here who got caught up in a lifestyle and, you know, really wasn't about that life, but because that's the spotlight that was put on him, he just kind of had to live the character, and the gas was already going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The fuse was lit.
Right, the fuse was already lit, so it's kind of hard for him to dial back. You know what I'm saying? So how much accountability does Pac himself have? Not the situations that the media blew up, but things that he actually did and said, or controversy that he actually started. You know what I'm saying? Like I went back and I watched a lot of his interviews, and like Pac was he was a spark plug, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If the nigga would said some shit about me, I'd have been ready to get at him. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
it ain't like he was just, you know, saying some little bitty shit that you just, that's just.
Nah, he was far from the
That's
same.
just Pac talking.
I think
He was really talking shit. You know
I think he got a whole. He has. I give him probably 90% of accountability for what he said and did. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew Pac was smart. He knew what he would say and what he was doing.
He was calculated, I
Very
believe.
calculated.
Yeah.
You know, so he knew exactly what was going on. If he says this, if he says this. Now, if it's a touchy subject and somebody asks him a question about it, he gonna give you the real. So with me, when you get somebody that just speaks real, what my real feelings are, you're gonna get a lot of that. So it's gonna be backlash. It's gonna be people that love it. It's gonna be people that hate it. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those people. Pac was definitely one of the lightning rod to say, hey, I love this guy or I hate this guy. It ain't too many people that walk around and Pac was cool. You either love this dude or you hated this dude.
Right.
You know,
It wasn't
so
no in between.
it wasn't no in between with that guy. So being one of those type people, and he knew the type of person he was, you gotta hold him accountable for the stuff he said and did. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff, him getting robbed at the studio, I can't blame that on him.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Him getting shot up at the studio, I can't, man, bro, you went in here to record and to get a couple extra dollars, and man, you got shot up. The whole rape case ain't had nothing to do. So I'm gonna say what I gotta talk my stuff. Like, yo, like he said, I'm the one on trial, but these guys are the ones that did it. She said I didn't have nothing to do with it, but yet I'm the one. They not here.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
but people got mad at him. The reason why he got shot at the studio because of that.
Yeah.
But so that's his fault. You know what I'm saying? But the stuff that he said, the stuff towards Biggie, the stuff towards those was his thoughts. It wasn't proving that Biggie had something to do with this. Who shot you was recorded before such and such. So they say. You know what I'm saying? So his whole mindset was, y'all set me up. I'm gonna go after everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking about it. So everything that he said was calculated, most of it, until it got to, I'm talking out of anger now. So most times, we talking out of anger, you ain't even thinking. First thing come to your brain, you singing.
You just going.
But you still got to be held accountable for those statements and everything that you're doing. So a lot of stuff, he put himself in those positions. When I jump out to shoot, when I jump out to shoot that cop, hey man, did I have to shoot, buddy? You know what I'm saying? Could I pull them off and just whatever?
Right.
But nah, I see you over there harming a black man that didn't do nothing. All right, if I got to get you off, I'm going to shoot you to get you off of him.
Right.
That's what I got to do, plain and simple. So he put himself in those situations other than him getting his ass whooped in Oakland, you know what I'm saying, by the cops. He had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, move out the way. You can't touch me like that. What? And I'm going to whoop you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that ain't got nothing to do with him. But the majority of the situations, he brought that on himself, probably not thinking about how in-depth it was going to really go. They was going to take it. He thought maybe they took it at face value of certain things. But it didn't. So he, you know,
especially in comparison to other shit that was going on.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the time.
Exactly.
It's like, man, nobody paying too much attention to my little bullshit.
What?
Like, nah, bro.
But the truth
see
is,
they were.
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah.
You do have a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
are a celebrity. So we see that.
and one of the biggest black celebrities at the
Exactly.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Time,
you
yeah,
didn't
he's
have
on
a black
top,
person
yeah.
at that time talking that type of stuff, being
Right.
heard. Hey, man, you gonna hear me. Like, coming out like I'm Huey Newton right now. You gonna hear what I got to say. You might not like it, but you gonna hear me.
Yeah.
And wasn't no other dudes, wasn't especially entertainers.
And white
Wasn't
America
them doing
hated
it.
that.
Nobody holler at time.
They hated it, but they loved it at the same time because they could make money off of it. So they can say hate all they want to, but they was steady putting it in their newspapers. He was on the front page of New York Post, New York Daily
Yep.
News.
Sold
He's
papers.
on
Yeah.
man
Sold
everywhere.
books.
Viacom,
Yeah.
EA, so everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody MTV, everybody was playing Pac. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What he said had nothing to do with his music no more.
Nah.
Everything he said in court, outside of court, spitting at reporters,
all the
doing this,
bullshit.
everything was about that.
Fighting the Hughes brothers on the set of Menace to
What he,
Society.
Exactly.
what he always said.
You know?
What was his famous quote? I got a big mouth.
Yeah.
Me and my big
I got a
mouth.
big mouth.
Right. And that was it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Responsible
Yeah.
to me. Like, I gotta hold him accountable for it. You know?
Oh yeah, you got to. I believe he deserves a. I'll say it's a 50-50 thing, just based off what you're saying. Like, cause some of that stuff was reactionary from him. You know, it was like you know what? Y'all did what? Y'all gonna do me like this? I did Dear Mama. You know what I'm saying? I did
Yeah.
Keep Your Head Up, and this how y'all gonna do me. A lot of that I think was he had some anger towards his own people because of how we. Well, I ain't say we, but a lot of black people, you know,
Turned
they
against
turned
him.
on him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
let's keep it real, they did. They
the
turned
quote
on
unquote
him.
rape
Those people
trial.
that listen to, they believe everything the news says.
Exactly.
They believe everything the TV say, so they had a problem. They the ones that flipped on it.
Yep.
So a lot of that I think was reactionary. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely believe he could have, you know, done and said things a little different in certain situations. Like I said with the Hughes brothers, he had to fight them dudes. You
But
know?
he wouldn't have been Pac if he wasn't.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing.
Right.
Too. And see, that's another thing too, is because you do have a name, and sometimes when you have a name, you have a sense to uphold that name. You know what I'm saying? If you come from a strong family, you have a sense of, okay, I'll come from the Jacksons, with the Jackson family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
I can't be out here on no bullshit. I got,
Right.
you know, I got to be on my
Tito.
game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm Tito, bitch.
Tito.
Ready.
I'm always ready, goddamn. Everybody got tired.
I'm ready.
Have me that ukulele. Let me show y'all niggas how. Let me show y'all niggas what it's about.
Play anything
Y'all think
around
I'm
here. What you
bullshit.
talking
Nigga,
about?
I'm Tito, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? That boy tear ukulele up, boy. You know what I'm saying? But
Ukulele.
Let me show you something.
you know, that bitch start flexing, boy.
Show you what I got. Mike wasn't only talented running around here.
right.
Mike couldn't
Tried
play
to
no
hold me
ukulele, goddamn. I'm a star in Hawaii.
Sold out shows, baby. Every weekend. They over here lining every weekend.
Right. That's right, man. He had to hold up his name, man. He built that name, man. And I think if you paint yourself, that's the problem with like some of these artists.
Yeah.
And once you paint yourself as this type of artist, you gotta be that person.
Yeah, you put yourself in a
That's
box.
what kind of messed with 69. You want to holler out, you know,
blood
you
this
6
and-
Trey, I'm
yeah.
this and I'm that, and blah blah blah.
Trey
you know,
Wade.
all right, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you singing.
Now they
Exactly.
doing real work
Right.
behind you.
Yeah.
And so now you got to go ahead and snitch. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do life. You know what I'm saying? So now, but this is going across what you said though. So if you're gonna sit here and be this way, you got to remember, man, you can't portray this, man. That's why
Yeah, you gotta take that
You
flag
got to
with it.
Yeah,
give.
you got to eat it.
Yeah.
I give props to them guys that started changing who they were. You know what I'm saying? The Nellies, the Jay-Z's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you started kind of changing 50. You know what I'm saying? 50 had to be this way, but he started kind of getting away from it, even though he still kind of throw his
his
little
moments.
side beats
Yeah,
when he still talking to everybody else. But, you know, you got to start adapting. You know, you can't be this same way. And I think Pac
Yeah.
would have started adapting and started getting more towards, you know, what he was called to be. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But he, I mean, life got cut short because of that. But it's like you still got to, because even then, he didn't have to run up on Buddy at the
fight.
hotel.
Yeah, he did.
You ain't have to,
Yeah.
because that wasn't even your thing.
That wasn't his beat.
Everybody,
Yeah.
you ain't the
Wasn't
fighter.
the beef.
Now you'll go stand up for your people, but those wasn't even your people.
You shouldn't have had your hands dirty.
You
at all.
had
Right.
goons for that.
Yeah, your hands shouldn't have got
You
dirty
had
at all.
goons for
Right.
that. You
Should've
had
cleaned
your
the whole
security
time
for that.
for
You had your thugs for that.
Yep.
Suge had his goons for
Yep.
that. They'll handle that, B. But you want to show, yo, I'm down. I'm riding with my people, Joe.
Yeah.
That's the type of dude I've
he
always
got
been.
caught up in a life that
so
he shouldn't have been in.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
out here and do it. You didn't have to lay hands on Buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your bodyguard had laid hands on Buddy, they would have kept you out of it. You probably still been around.
Right.
If you'd have stayed at home, sometimes we gotta listen to our women because she told Dr. told her to stay at home.
Sure did.
She begged
Yeah.
us.
Sure
Stay
did.
and
Yeah.
chill
Sure
with me.
did.
Yeah.
She begged us.
Sometimes you
did.
gotta listen. If you'd have
Sure
stayed and
did.
chilled, man, you might would have been
Like
there
I said,
for
you
it.
might still
You
be
probably
there.
had a
Yeah.
kid somewhere running around.
Right.
Tell your homies not tonight. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's
It's okay.
all right.
It's okay to listen to your woman sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes. You know what
It's all
I'm
right.
saying?
It is okay.
Throw that sometimes in there.
Yeah. But him being on death row, like I said, I think he feel like he had a reputation to uphold.
Yeah.
In addition to his own name. You know what I'm saying? You Tupac all by yourself, but now you Tupac on death row.
Right.
Different Tupac.
Right.
It's like you're Dre on Aftermath, then you're Dre on death row. You're
Right.
Snoop Dogg on No Limit, then you're Snoop Dogg on death row. These are two different Snoop Dogs.
Yeah, it's a different level.
You couldn't
Yeah.
be the same. Snoop, I don't even think Snoop would have adapted to the person he is if he had still been on death row.
Yeah.
I think death
Yeah.
row, just the whole environment of death row just was a one-way
Toxic.
street.
Yeah, it was
It
toxic.
was just, yeah, it
You
was a
had to be
one-way
this
street.
way, and that's it.
Yeah.
You can see Snoop putting out an R&B album, man, on death row. Like, come on, bro.
A gospel album.
Blue carpet, you know, they're like,
It
come
wouldn't
on,
even
bro.
happen.
It wouldn't
No,
happen,
it wouldn't
bro.
happen.
Yeah.
You can't even associate that shit with death row.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
You
Right.
can't
So,
sell
nah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Snoop
you're right.
Christmas on death row. What they did was Dog Pound Christmas.
They did the
Well, yeah.
Death
They
Row
did Death Row
Christmas.
Christmas.
Death Row
They did
album,
that
yeah.
shit, which was
Santa Claus.
I don't know what the fuck.
To the ghetto. Right.
Going
That
straight
was Death Row
to the
just doing some shit 'cause
ghetto.
they could do some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was
Capitalize
just,
on the market. That's all.
yeah, that's all that was, man.
Yeah.
But let's talk about hip hop as an overall entity, because Pac is just one player in the whole
Okay.
scheme of hip hop. But you got so many artists who've come through hip hop and have made an impact on not only the hip hop culture but the black culture as well. You know what I'm saying? From the hustle mentality, which I think has been pushed super through hip hop. Gangster shit, hoes up, pimps up, hoes down, all kinds of shit. Just you name it. So, what is the responsibility level of artists when they create songs or they create music or they create content that, on one hand, like for example, you know, we got Hit 'Em Up,
Right.
you know, but then we got Brenda's Got a Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely night and day.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, I get that, you know, people are complicated characters. You know, the same gangster could be the same person that's a gardener. You know what I'm saying? The same gangster could be the same nigga that got animals and shit, all kinds of animals in his house.
Yeah.
And he cares about animals and nature and shit, but he'll blow a
Mike
nigga
Tyson.
head off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Got a pigeon coop at the top of the building and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Mike Tyson.
right, but in the same breath, it'd be the same nigga that cut your head off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so what is the responsibility of hip hop artists when they're putting out content and putting out music that ain't necessarily, you know, promoting the best message? But they say, hey, this is what the masses want to hear, or I'm trying to make my money, or this is my opportunity to do this to get into another space. What does the responsibility lie with the actual artist and their content? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that even something that we should separate? Like, hey, you're making hip hop music, so whatever you contribute to hip hop, that's separate. That's just you just making hip hop music. But if you decide to make country music,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do in the country sphere, we don't associate with the hip hop sphere.
Right.
And if you decide to go and act
Yeah.
and make a movie about single mothers or some shit,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, we don't associate that with any other, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's
Yeah.
the responsibility of the artist in that?
I was just gonna say, man, that I believe that's a tough question, man, because from an artist standpoint, you don't want to like put too much of that on them because they still have to be creative.
Right.
They have to follow their creative juices. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Zeke. You know, I'm pretty sure he goes into the studio. He's not thinking about, you know, I got to make a record, man, that's gonna be okay for children to listen to. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna do whatever the creative juices allow him to put out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I believe that, man, it's like it's kind of like a double, it's like a 50-50 thing almost, kind of, man. It's like where I would say that I believe the parents should definitely, censor what their children are listening to. But also, I think that the artist has a responsibility because those kids are going to listen to it regardless of what their parents are going to say. So I believe that you have to somewhat, monitor what you're saying. But I believe ultimately it falls down on the household, the parenting, man. It's like, okay, kid, you can't listen to this record by T.I. or you can't listen to 50 say I'm about to shoot. I got shot 9 times. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it's kind of like a 50-50 thing, man. But I just don't believe in censoring the artist as much, like or putting so much pressure on artists where they say like, well, you gotta, hey man, you gotta do this record, but you gotta monitor what you're saying. Because I believe once you start doing that,
you start capping the.
You cutting the artist his creativity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you putting a cap on his creativity or hers creativity. You know what I'm saying? So I believe I'll be more that falls on to the parents and at home, and stuff like that, man. But what y'all think, man?
I was gonna say the same thing, actually. Yeah. I think you let the artists be the artists. That's why they're the artists.
Yeah.
They can't be creative. You're telling them this is how you're gonna be.
Yeah.
We have this limit where you only can say so much.
Right. You can't
about
put a cap on creativity, man.
Or you only can say so much, do so much because this is what we're about at our label. We don't market this brand of music, so you gotta be this way. You can't go around saying, oh, nigga this, nigga that, or you can't go around glorifying love and positivity. We all about gangster rap. Or about sex and all that. So we need something on that tip. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you totally on that. Totally that. You gotta let the artists be the artists on this.
Yeah.
Give them their creative juices, let them be the way.
Yeah, we got.
Come on in, brother.
Come on, bro.
What's going on, Zeke? Step on in for a second, man. Go ahead, drop some jewels, man.
This what I think, man. What up, y'all? I'm Zeke. So check this out.
AKA Black Thought.
Black, AKA BKA Black Memory.
Right.
So I hear you all talk about censoring artists, which I think is a valid point. You have to let them be creative, but I also want to mention that a lot of the label heads and a lot of the gatekeepers, if we just gonna be honest, they censor the content that's created too. Because if you really looked at it, it's a lot of things I think these artists want to do.
They can't do.
But they can't do because the labels are only going to allow certain records or certain content to be released.
Especially if they following the trend of what's selling.
Exactly.
And they looking at, man, okay, this record sells, so we need you to keep pumping out these type of records. Well, what if I want to do X, Y, Z? Well, you can use that on a mixtape.
Right.
But
not
your
on
album?
your commercial album.
No, we gonna, it's like, and since we going there,
go there.
Go there?
Yeah. Go there.
Go in.
Go there.
A lot of the gatekeepers, a lot of the gatekeepers and the decision makers in the hip hop community
are white.
Are not even a part of the culture.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying?
They're part of the business.
They're part of the business. Exactly. Like you ain't even connected to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You just have
you an admin.
You an admin.
Right.
You an admin. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So so if you really look at it from that perspective, it's like it's jacked up both ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Zeke with the 5 cents.
Right.
Yeah. Who got change?
My man.
Take your time.
Right.
That's
right.
Preach. Eddie Kane at church, baby. Preach.
I got a whole. I'm gonna look at it a whole different way.
Okay,
go for it.
I'm gonna go for it. Like, why does hip hop have to always censor themselves for the community?
Ooh,
that's a really good question.
Hip hop is the only, and well, I ain't gonna say even just hip hop. Anything that we do as a people, we have to always take into account what we doing for the community. Are we affecting our kids?
Yeah,
but we don't do this when it come down to movies. When it come down to movies and shit, they don't say, "Hey, should they watch what they say in these movies? Should they write what they watch, what they produce and put out here?" They don't say that shit.
No, they don't.
We got movies. You talking about quote unquote kid movies, and they got what was it? Damn that damn food movie or something like that. I can't.
Oh, talking about Sausage Party.
Sausage Party.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you got it almost like you got it almost like animated, but they talking about everything under the sun in this damn thing. But you didn't hear nobody. Oh my God, they shouldn't be. They should watch what they say. They should do this. It's only when it has something to do with us that we have to censor everything. So why, if I'm an artist? And it don't matter what I'm doing. If I'm singing, if I'm rapping, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I have to always look at my community and say, what can I put out for that inspire the kids? But yet, all these movies and TV shows, any white music, they don't do that shit for rock artists. They don't
that's true. That's true.
All this heavy metal shit when they was what's the name? They was biting off pigeons' heads and all this other shit.
That shit backwards.
You know what I'm saying?
Same message.
Right.
Nobody said shit about that.
Everybody listening to shit, killing themselves, and Kurt Cobain over there killing himself. Ain't nobody telling us to censor that shit. But then when it comes to our stuff, we got to watch what we say. And look what our kids are looking up to. Look what they fucking doing. You know what I'm saying? So we not saying that's my. I hate that question. Not saying that you ask. I'm saying I hate in society always try to make us. Oh, you got to watch what you're doing. You have to watch what you're doing because you're this. You're that role model. No, like Charles Barkley said, I'm not a role model. I'm this. Your parent is this. Now we have to step in, be a damn parent, and teach your kids what's right, what's wrong. Your kids don't have to. Should no kid right now that grew up, should none of my kids right now be rapping about them selling drugs, something like that, because nigga, they ain't out here selling drugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to do that. You only doing it now because this was the label heads, like Zeke said, are telling you this is what's gonna sell and this is what you need to talk about. But you ain't live that life. Like we just talking about 6ix9ine, you ain't lived this life, B. You shouldn't be rapping about this life because this is what's gonna happen to you.
See, he's a classic example. Classic fucking example.
He's the blueprint.
Fucking blueprint. Like, and he ain't the only one. But he's like the classic.
There's many more out there.
Yeah, but he's like the classic, like from Bang to Buck. You know what I'm saying? Blueprint for this shit.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can give you the whole rundown. Like, if we wanted to give a how-to class on this shit, Tekashi would
He's
be
a poster child.
Yeah.
Right on the wall, right?
We can break out a blackboard. You know what I'm saying? Some chalk and some erasers, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? And we can go ahead and break this whole damn thing down. But that's a good example of somebody who is using the art form to make money, but negating the influence that he's projecting. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't care about it.
That's what I'm saying. But how many artists are like that? You see what I'm saying? And that's where that line. It's a really, really thin line.
Yeah, it's a fine line.
You shouldn't have to like.
It's a fine line.
You shouldn't have to. My thing is that artist, you shouldn't have to have that burden of caring what somebody's gonna follow you doing.
Exactly.
There you go. Yep.
But you shouldn't have to. You need to be yourself.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, if you look at some of the people, the artists that have staying power, they've been themselves.
And they've also evolved though.
Look at Common. I've talked about from day one. I'm not out there selling drugs and doing this, man. So I'm not talking about that.
Exactly.
Right? And he's been here 20 plus years doing this. Jay-Z, I was selling drugs.
Yeah.
This is what I did. But as you listen to his albums all the way through, it was progression. I'm not out there no more.
Right.
50 had to stop. He stopped doing good music because it wasn't about, he couldn't rap about this life no more.
Right.
B, you rich.
Right.
You can't rap about you being in the hallway
Robbing
about the
niggas
rocking
and
nigga.
shit.
You
Right.
can't talk about
No,
that
that's
no more.
facts.
That's not,
That's
so
facts.
if you progress and do what you do, T.I. But a lot of people gonna say, oh man, your music suck now. No, I've grown up, B, and this is what it is.
Expeditiously.
You know, exactly. But, you know, so it's you have
Which is a dope show, by the way. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do have to. I think you do as an artist have to be true to yourself.
Right.
And those artists, singers, rappers, whatever, they're true to themselves. They have the longevity. They the ones that make the money. You know what I'm saying? And then outside of the record labels, they still make the money. They're gonna go on tour. They're gonna do whatever because people want to hear it.
And they get
because
other
they're real.
opportunities outside of the music too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
Exactly.
You
But
grow with your music, you kind of expand your brand a little bit more.
Yep.
Jay-Z is now not only associated with streetwear, like rockaware and shit, but he's also, you know, like a cabinet room guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a suit and coat guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a front office guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As much as he is the Maybach, you know, riding nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying?
He still has them brands.
Yeah, the baddest chick in the game wearing my chain nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He didn't progress
But
from
you
that.
evolve. I got art. You know what I'm saying? I got $8 million art hanging around here. This is about progression in life, man. But we only ask this from our hip hop artists, our black athletes. We only ask for this from them.
Right.
Our actors and our entertainers, we don't ask that for them. We don't ask them to censor themselves. You know, ain't nobody censor Denzel.
Well, you got to. You can't. It's hard to censor actors.
But even the producers, the people, the writers, we don't ask to censor them. You don't ask us. You don't go in there and say, "Hey, man, I wrote this movie. Here y'all go. I wrote this movie about." They didn't censor 50 for writing a movie about his life.
Yeah, that's true.
But we want to censor his music. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody go back and say like what Jay-Z say. Scarface the movie did more for me than Scarface the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Right. It influenced me more than the rapper did. But we steady want to put it on, oh, well, you know, this rapper made me go shoot 15 niggas in the street because he said I'm full of drive-bys.
Exactly, right?
No, bro.
It's a thin line between that influence that the artist creates and the merger with society. And that's why I think that line gets really, really fucking blurred. Yeah. Because, you know, we all from Chicago. We all from the hood. You know what I'm saying? We know everything these niggas is talking about, we done seen it day one, firsthand, if we ain't did it ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. So it's easy for us to connect with somebody talking about that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for us to just say, well, shit, that's the way it is in the hood. You know what I mean? You know, that's just our everyday life. But when does it become everyday life on auto repeat? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. When does it become everyday life on auto repeat to where that influence is constantly being dead into the middle of the brain of black children, black youth, black young men, black young women, day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's where that responsibility question comes into play. Because on one side, on one end, you're an artist. You do you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I signed you. I signed you to be you. Yeah. But we do kind of got to think, you know, progressively here. Yeah. If you put out this message and it makes millions of dollars and sells millions of copies, you just reiterated that message a million times over.
Yeah, it's a very fine line.
Is there not an effect of that?
How many times you listen to Pac?
Man, in my lifetime?
I'm just saying, like, just saying, like, how many times, like you say, over and over and over and over and over again? How many times you want to go shoot a nigga?
Man. None.
Now,
how many times I wanted to?
I'm saying, I went out.
That's a whole different discussion.
Then I went out and bought this gun. I'm going out there.
I had it cocked. I was 2 steps from the nigga. I said, you know what? This ain't me.
Right there.
This ain't really me.
It's that song I heard. Because I heard the song like, yo, I was about to boy if it wasn't for that fucking Pac song, boy. I swear to God, nigga.
If the Temptations ain't come on after that shit, boy.
Man, you'd have been done.
You'd have been done. That'd be your ass, homie.
You'd be thank God for Shuffle. Because you know what I'm saying? But we ain't, it ain't, that's my point. Yeah. Each person at some point, bro, you gotta take some gotta be taken seriously by your parents. My mother wasn't letting me go out here doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, like some stuff, she like, hey man, I had to sneak and listen to whatever the case may be, but I still from the training that I had, if we go back to the good book says, man, you train up a child in the way he's supposed to go, he'll never depart from it. Right. We might stray away from it for a while, but it's in you. And it's going like, you know what? This shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Some of us don't figure it out till we get in jail and do the dumb shit. But it's still, you still figured out, hopefully you ain't did the dumb shit where you in there for life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it wasn't about the music made me do it. It was something else that you saw in the street. It was real life. The reason why the music sounds so good and it snatches with us because, like you said, we see it every day.
Yeah, it
but it was what we see every day that made us go out there and do it. Not because he said it in the song. It ain't had shit to do with it. Get your kid out the goddamn hood. I'm not raising my kid in the hood no more, B. Like, it's just that. It ain't nothing against the hood. I love it. It made me what I am. It made me be able to handle tough shit. I'm not because I lost a job, I ain't ready to jump out the window like some of these people that grew up in the suburbs and privilege and shit like that. It made me who I am. But my kids are different. So we gonna teach them another type of struggle. Not that you got to go out here and sell a rock to get your whatever. You don't need to know that struggle because we're not struggling like that. So now it's what we saw. It wasn't because he rapped it and said, "Oh man, Jay-Z said I gotta sell a key right now, bro. So I gotta go out here and get this brick and do what I gotta do." No,
make sure they ain't stepped on.
It ain't had to do. We didn't want it. It wasn't about the rappers. We saw the drug dealers. We saw how they dressed. We saw what they drove that made us want. Man, I gotta get this car. I need to go sell this bag so I can get that. It ain't had shit to do with the music. Music sound good riding to the new whip that we was trying to get.
Yeah, definitely.
But it wasn't the music saying, you know what? I really need to get out here and drop this shit, Joe. Like straight up. Like it's that time, bro.
Yeah. I can't blame it all on the music. I wouldn't dare blame it all on the music. But I would add a couple coins in the influence bucket.
Oh, most definitely.
Because,
Most definitely. Yeah.
You know, music is a soundtrack to life.
True.
Man,
That's just what it is.
That's
It's a
facts.
soundtrack to life.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like if you in the gym, you got your music playing. If you at the crib, clean up on the Saturday morning.
Even at work, while you work,
certain
Even at work.
Certain songs trigger memories.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And trigger feelings and trigger emotions and kind of trigger a theme, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If certain, like I can remember when I was young, hearing certain songs that kind of reminded me of the outside world, outside of my crib.
Exactly.
So in listening to that and walking outside of my house into that environment, it connected everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
wasn't me listening to the music and saying, okay, I'm going to go outside and do this. Or me looking out my window and saying, oh, I'm going to go outside and do this.
Right.
It's the influence
It's
of
the
outside,
influence. Right.
the influence of inside.
That one person
connect.
glorifying what they
What
were
it is,
doing.
yep.
So like, oh
Exactly.
shit, they made it.
Right.
They on TV talking about doing this.
Right.
Let me do that.
Right.
See the,
I can
you
do
see
it,
the,
right.
you see the, you see the mixed signal. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, on one end, yeah, you're an artist, do what you want to do. On one end, yeah, the home influence is the number one influence, but it's not the only influence.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think all these pieces connect together to give you a bigger picture of an environment.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's like if you live in a house where, you know, you were strict. All rules. We didn't play secular music. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. But then outside of your home is a world of no rules.
Right.
Exactly.
How you gonna operate in that world?
Right. You like,
Right. You got to figure out your way to
Gotta figure it out.
maneuver.
You
You know
have
what I'm
to.
saying? And
You have to.
You can't always follow all those in-house rules. They don't necessarily match the outside
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
and vice versa. Right. So you figure out your gives and your takes.
But it's kind of like the conversation we was having off air about, you know what I'm saying, these new thugs and the OGs, where we had the OGs sitting there and the gangsters that was sitting there and my dealers that was sitting there, and they'd just keep us like, hey, nah.
yeah.
Right.
Chill out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't for you.
Right, this
You
ain't
know
for
what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So even though, you know, mom and them, no, you don't do this, and yeah, the music's playing this, but then I go outside and see them getting this, bro.
Nah, homie. Yeah.
This ain't for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
You don't
Stay
want
your
that
ass in
life,
school.
right.
You-
Is
you
what I was
playing
told.
You
Right.
playing
That's
football.
play
right. This
basketball.
life is
You
not
playing
for you.
football.
You-
I'm
yeah,
coming to the
yeah,
game.
You a ball. Yeah, we come to the game.
You need some
Yeah.
new sneakers? We got you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, that's where that other influence is going. Because that was that outside
Yeah,
influence
yeah.
that you
Real
saw, and they
talk.
told us,
Real
hey,
talk.
son, you go play ball.
Real talk.
This is what you doing.
Get your ass
We
out
about
the
to
park.
get you
It's
some
finna
gym
get hot.
shoes.
Be
We
better than
doing
me.
this.
Yeah.
D, you
Get
go
off the
play
block.
football. Hey, we at the game.
Yeah.
Go hit that nigga, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about this, like, I'm about to keep you away from this because I know what it is. Nowadays, you ain't got that no more.
Niggas would tell us like, you better than me, shorty. Like,
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how it
Shorty,
was.
you better than me.
Right.
Like, you,
Definitely.
No,
Yeah.
we
Now
don't
you got
know.
niggas say,
You
man, you ain't no better
definitely
than
will
me.
hear that.
nigga.
Yeah.
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 It's a difference.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where that other influence, it still wasn't about the music. It was still like we had people out there saying,
Yeah.
bro, this ain't for you. They actually cared about us. You got niggas now that don't give a shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, if I'm down here, you gonna be down. If I'm a die in these streets, you gonna die in these streets. I don't give a shit what you gonna make you better. You know what
So
I'm
we
saying?
missing a piece.
You missing a piece.
Yeah.
Hey.
We had that piece.
Yeah.
This younger generation don't got
That's
that
a major
piece.
piece.
Right. There's some people
real
out there that
shit.
do
That's
it, but not
real
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
That is some real fucking shit.
Yeah.
We are missing a piece.
Yep.
We are, and black people, if you analyze our community through the ages, you know what I'm saying, we've always filled in our gaps.
Yep.
Yeah.
One way or another. We've always filled in
That's
our
what we
own
do.
fucking gaps.
That's what we do, man.
You know what I'm
It's just-
saying?
It's just in us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we found some way to
find
fill in
a
our
way.
gaps.
We find a
You know
way,
what I'm saying?
yep.
So if it wasn't our church leaders, it was a community leader. When a community leader, it was the dad on the block. On
Right,
the block.
right,
It was
right.
always somebody of
Always.
influence to keep structure or some shit around.
Yep.
Exactly.
Something. Even if it wasn't them, it was the OGs.
The OGs.
Who were
Yep.
also uncles and dads.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
They
even though
looked
they
out
was
for us.
right,
They
so even
looked
though
out.
they was in the street shit,
They kept it tight.
niggas
Right,
did. They
right.
really did.
Yep.
I remember motherfuckers
Yep.
many a day.
Many a day.
Yo, shorty, get up out of here.
Right.
You shine, brother. Get your ass up out of here,
Right.
boy.
Get
You
off
ain't
the
got no
block.
business in here.
Exactly. You got
Where
no
you finna
business
go?
in here.
I'm
What you
finna go
doing
play
out
ball.
here?
I'm finna play
Get out of
ball.
here,
Nah,
man.
nigga, you
This ain't
finna have a
you.
meeting. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, clear the streets at a certain time. Nigga. Don't even be outside.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Don't
that's
go over
real.
there. Don't
That's
go over
real.
there.
So
Niggas
you
might be
missing
coming around
that,
here.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So that's
that was
not there
that's a
anymore,
piece.
yeah.
That's it. Now, again, we started looking to, so now Jay-Z became my uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we saw him glorified, Tupac became the uncle. So we said, you know what? That's Uncle Pac right there. Man. He said, I can shoot up the club. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to shoot up the whole damn club on these niggas that came out, you know?
Now, it might not be that a nigga listens to a song and says, cool, this song tells me to go do this, and I'm going to do that verbatim. It's the fact that the song or the music supports
how they feeling at that moment.
Supports how you feeling, supports the environment you're going into or in or leaving from. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is, but it connects to a few different parts. You know what I'm saying? The environment and the person. So the influence of the music takes on a different connotation in a way.
Yeah. It's like you had no crackhead uncles that didn't. Hey, you know you strung out, but he ain't gonna let you get strung out.
Right.
Hey,
unless you do it,
get your ass away from that.
Right.
You ain't messing with this. You
Don't
ain't
be
about
like
to
me.
be out here.
Right.
Yeah. That don't mean they won't see you to the corner to go get they shit.
Right. That's a different conversation.
They not gonna let you. But they not gonna let you do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't part of it. Don't you? If I ever see you with a needle when I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you myself. Right.
Exactly.
You know, so you missing that, bro. Like they actually cared.
Yeah, this generation don't have it, man.
Nobody care. Now you don't, it's hard as a parent, you know what I'm saying, to sit and say, yo, who else gonna look out for my kid, bro? Like, yo, because we had, like, when we was growing up, we had uncles, we had big cousins, we had big brothers, we had the street niggas, OGs that was gonna be like, yo, nah, bro, this ain't it. Now you like, damn, man, who gonna watch out for this little dude? When they not hearing me, it's gonna, cause we ain't gonna listen to the parent all the time. But I will listen to Uncle Bobby, you know what I'm saying? I will listen to big cousin Mike over here. I will. So now it's like, damn, bro. I hope y'all care about my kid enough to say this ain't for you. I might be doing this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? That we had.
Just enough for that little bit.
Right.
Just enough to say, hey, stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Let alone anything extra. Like, hey, stop it, but do A, B, and C to make your life better. You know what I'm saying? Or think about this. Think about life in this way. Don't go down this route because this is what happened to me. And, you know, you don't get that nowadays.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You barely get anybody want to say anything to your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely missing.
But you got parents that don't want you to, hey, don't you say nothing to my child. A whole block will say something that's going to be out of here. I heard what you did. Damn, man.
Right.
Granny, you told them too? Hey, the whole block know what you done messed up on. So you on punishment. You better not go over there to that stool.
Other motherfuckers know you on punishment.
Exactly.
You know you ain't supposed to have your ass off. I know you on punishment.
Right. You better go straight in the house. Don't you go pick up a ball to play with them. Walk in the house. I'm gonna tell you, I'm calling your grandmother right now. For real? We don't got that no more, man. We don't got that. Ain't no.
This generation they don't got that. It's missing. It's definitely
sorry for them.
Man,
I feel sorry for him.
I think you have to. It's hard not to, man.
I truly feel sorry for
especially when you're comparing it to how we grew up.
They don't go outside no more anyway, man.
They don't.
All they do is play video games and be on YouTube.
They don't.
iPads
they
and
don't.
everything else, bro.
Social media and all that stuff.
That's what it is. And that's the down part. Social media is their community now.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
And crazy thing is, social media has made people antisocial though.
Yeah,
that's the crazy.
You see the person that'll say, you know what I'm saying? You don't even say nothing to him.
Right.
Don't know what to say.
You add them real quick on Facebook.
Yeah.
I just seen you.
Man, just
yeah.
Why you ain't say that?
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't say shit to you.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's a good point to make because apart from the musical influences and the other influences, there has to be that rock. There has to be an anchor. There has to be some commonality, you know what I'm saying, to hold you kind of to reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In our day, it was the OG.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was a nigga that was out in the streets that we walking by every day. We knew him. We spoke to him and shit. They spoke to us. When they was hustling, they kept us out the shit. You know what I'm saying? If shit was going down, they let us know. If we was on bullshit, motherfuckers actually said something to your ass.
Right.
And didn't give a fuck about what your parents said or thought about it. Motherfuckers was telling you right, they was telling you right. You ain't got that now. So that balance of the other influences like music and entertainment and all other shit, you don't have that flip side now. It's weird. You don't have that flip side. You know what I'm saying? So now what is a kid to do? They open to nothing but fucking influences. They open to sexual influence. They open to drug
influences. Especially this day and age with social media being the way it is, it's at all time high. It's like
TV and
portals everywhere. Like you said, TV, social
portals
media,
everywhere,
bro.
Come on in. The good Reverend Dr. Isaiah.
Got him back. Take your time.
Take your time. You know what I think that's missing too? So, you know, some of us grew up with our parents. Some of us grew up without a father in the house. But at some point we had a strong male figure to give us to help establish what our identity is, because that's the job of a father or a mentor to establish the identity of a young man. And I think this generation is lacking that. They don't have that strong male presence to help them establish their identities. And so it's like they going all over the spectrum trying to figure out who they really are.
Right.
Am I this? Am I that? Am I straight? Am I gay? Am I bisexual? Am I transsexual? Am I this? Am I like, you know what I'm saying? Like they really don't know who they are. And so they try to jump on these trends to try to figure out, who am I? Who am I? What can I identify with? And I think that's really the issue, man. Like, they don't really know who they are. So they look to a lot of these celebrities to try to identify, well, I'm like him. Or I'm like her. Or I feel like this. Or I feel like that.
Right.
And I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, they need, if they had them OGs let them know, dude, you ain't that. Dude, like, man, you ain't, man, like, you bigger than that.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, dude, that ain't you. So,
That brings me up to another point: confirmations and affirmations.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you saying, you know, OGs are that ain't you, dog. This ain't you. Like, I can see that in you.
Right.
You are better. You need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Having somebody confirm that or affirm that for you. When you a shorty, you're impressionable. You know what I'm saying? You may think. Kids wake up with attitudes all the fucking time. Every kid's a badass on any given day of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Bad tantrums quick. Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And they can find any reason to be mad and upset with the world. You know what I'm saying? And any multiple reasons to justify that upsetness or that anger. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have somebody to balance that out or give them that confirmation that, hey, this is not you. That's not what you're about. You know what I'm saying? You may think that because of how you feeling and your young, you know, emotions or whatever. That's not really you. Coming from aged eyes, I can look at you and see that that's not where you are headed. You're headed someplace better.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have nobody now to say that to people. Now all we have is music confirming that.
That's
you know what
all
I'm
it
saying?
is.
So, right. We got
easily offended.
that too.
Man, super sensitive.
That too.
This PC era is really
Yeah,
Like, I can't stand it, man. It's like you can't say anything. It's to the point where I remember comedians used to say whatever they want to say.
Nah, you can't do shit as a comedian.
And,
Nah.
and it's sad because your job was to make people laugh and nobody took it serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Ed Murphy used to always do the stand-ups about talking about somebody being gay.
Faggots and shit,
Everything.
all the
You
time.
can say all this stuff,
Yep.
man. But now you can't say anything without, I got to
The
go
alphabet
apologize to
people
something I
coming to
said
get you.
10 minutes ago.
To a
I mean,
whole
10 years ago.
community. Yeah.
I got to apologize to something I said 10 years ago as a teenager.
Yeah.
I got to apologize to it. Like, bruh, I wasn't even saying it like what? Like,
And then you gotta apologize to a whole group.
Right, a
of
whole
fucking
community of people, yeah.
that you don't even know.
Community.
Yeah.
That you don't even know.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, and my thing is like, yo, I've gotten into it with people on Facebook about saying certain things. I'm like, bruh, I said this was gay, son. I said, my people that I know tight with me that are gay didn't have a problem with you saying this.
Right.
Why the hell is it bothering you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sensitive,
get off.
man.
Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, so if you don't, my thing is, if you don't like something, stop fucking listening.
Yeah. Turn.
If you don't like seeing it, don't watch it.
Exactly.
Don't watch it.
Keep going.
When my mother and they got into the Kojic brainwashing and stuff, and they started telling you couldn't watch anything and do this and do that.
Yeah.
At home, I couldn't
Yeah.
watch this movie. I couldn't watch this movie. Couldn't listen to this song. Couldn't listen to that. Couldn't
Made you
listen
feel
to
like
that.
you was the
because-
devil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is
Everything.
wrong.
Yeah.
You are the
Yeah.
devil if you listen to this. You can't
you go to the movie
You
theater,
can't
you
go to
sit
the
in
movie
the
theater. You
seat.
can't sit in
Yeah.
it. You sit in the seat of the scorn.
Exactly.
Nigga, how? Everybody sits in this seat, nigga.
Bored in this seat.
My uncle's a sinner when he comes. My uncle's a sinner. He comes sit in the seat. And we watching TV. We watching the game. So when he leave and I sit in the seat, now I'm sitting in the seat of the scorn for the day too. Nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So my thing
Yeah.
is, they made you. It made you sit here and look at like, yo, we can't. What they did was, all right, I can't watch it. They got offended by these things. So guess what?
right.
I'm not gonna listen to them. Why the hell we can't do that no more now? Instead, we got to protest every single thing, every little thing we got to protest.
Yeah.
But like, oh well, we got to have Gay Pride. It went from Gay Pride Day to the weekend to the month, whatever case may be.
Yeah, it's a month
But
now.
then if somebody say I want to celebrate my straightness, is a problem. How? Sway?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's,
like, if I'm
that's
not
always my
knocking
biggest
you,
thing with them.
I'm not
hate
knocking
that.
you. Why you gotta knock me? You
Yeah.
don't have to force what you love down my throat, bro. Like it's just pause. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Sean, get me stirred up.
I'm gonna go fire. But
No,
maybe
it's
you step
real.
on that one. Even just like I step on even with the vegan shit now. Everybody is vegan. I can't eat plant. I mean, I can't eat any mood. I'm just gonna eat plants and this and this and that. Shit. Well, if you eat up all the plants, we ain't gonna be able to breathe. Don't they provide our oxygen? So what the fuck you want me to do?
Hey,
But do I throw it in your face that I
That's
want
a
me
really
a
good
steak
point,
today?
though.
I don't throw it in your face that, oh my God, you need to eat this steak today, blah, blah. But yet, as soon as you go somewhere and you order, why you shouldn't eat this and this is horrible for you and you're gonna die. Bitch, I'm gonna die anyway.
Right.
I was born to die. This is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that steak.
Your grass is gonna help me
Pass that
live
steak.
another
Yeah, pass
extra
that steak,
year.
please.
Okay,
Pass
whatever
that
the case
A1
be.
sauce for me, please. then.
But I'm gonna die happy.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Go ahead, Z.
And let me chime in real quick on, you know what I'm saying, on to piggyback off of the sign. Man, I remember it was a time where, you know, the LBGTQ community, you know what I'm saying?
It's like a lot of more letters than
Well,
that.
I know. I'm just
like they
abbreviating
say
it.
the
I'm
alphabet.
abbreviating it.
XY.
Quiet. But a lot of them, one of their main things was like, man, we feel like we're bullied. We feel like people
But they
are
have become the
pushing
bullies now.
My point is like so like they feel like they were being bullied. So now we in a time and space where if you don't agree with something that they do or they say, then they will come and bully you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I can disagree with you and still love you for certain things. But if you don't agree with them, it's like, man, they will come and bully you. And like, it's not just one or two. They sending the whole squad.
The whole squad.
I'm like, that ain't
whole
like,
community
like,
come
I
after
think
you.
that's very
The whole community come
They
looking
worse
for you.
than the
boy.
beehive.
Oh yeah,
Man,
oh,
real.
Oh yeah.
And them niggas is crazy.
Twitterville.
that was
Light
my
your ass
point,
up.
It's like so like, you know, your whole crux was, man, we feel like we getting bullied, so we need to do this to solidify ourselves. But then when somebody don't agree with you, you bully them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's right. That's just me.
It's a weird dynamic because you instantly go from victim to perpetrator.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you go from being bullied, then it's like all of a sudden I'm gonna take up for myself. So now you take up for yourself. What you actually end up doing is crossing that line into bullying.
Yeah.
You just take the mantle and just swap them. That's
all
all
you
do.
did.
Bro, the only
You know
thing
what
I hate about the movement, and you know what I'm saying, and no disrespect to anybody that's listening to this right there. My only thing I hate is when they compare it to black rights and civil rights.
Don't
I
do
hate
that.
it.
Don't do that.
When you compare your struggle to our struggle,
It's not
that
even
part,
close.
That part, when you said, well, such and such died, you know how many people died?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And slavery just to get over here. You know how many people died in
You're not,
slavery?
you're not even saying that.
Right.
You know how many people are
Yeah.
still getting killed right now for being
Exactly.
black?
To this
That's it.
day,
But and
yeah.
then the part that makes me mad is not even makes me mad. It bothers me is that you have the black ones that are part of the LGBTQ community, and yet they're all for those rights more than they are supporting the black.
Yeah.
Man,
Because at the end of the day,
had this conversation.
when a police officer pull you over or
Yeah.
a racist person pull you over and do all this other stuff, or to get you in the street or somewhere like that, they don't see that you gay right then. They see that you black. First thing I see is your skin.
Right.
I don't see that you're gay.
Your
I
sexual
won't even know that. Some people you don't
orientation.
even know until they tell you.
something,
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with whatever. You know,
exactly,
hey, you won't even know until they start talking unless
Exactly,
they say it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Exactly.
You know, bruh.
Right.
Just I don't have live your life, bro. Ain't nobody trying to stop you from doing it. But don't compare your struggle with a struggle that's been going on since the beginning of the time.
Right.
Bro. Like stop it. Like that's
Yeah.
not your
It's
don't
not
do
even
that.
close.
Because it's like I don't know if y'all meaning to, but you're belittling our struggle to make
Man,
yours
so
look
much.
better. You know what I'm
So
saying? It's
much.
like
Yeah.
you can't compare it. That was just like, oh my God, it's you cannot compare
it's
that.
not-
I hate
it's
when
not-
they
it's
do
not the
that.
same.
That's the main thing I hate. Like, bro,
Yeah.
stop that shit. Now I'm all for you want to fight for whatever you want to fight, do it. I don't care. Protest, kick rock, do everything you want to fucking do. Stop comparing your shit to our plight. Like that is not the same. It is not the same, bro. Y'all didn't have to go through civil rights movements. Y'all didn't have to have your leaders killed and everything else to do this to get to where you're going. Hell, y'all getting more shit than we got. Now it used to be a point where they had to have a black person on a show or whatever, on a movie, whatever,
Right.
so you can have a quota. Now, Every damn show, you ain't gotta have a nigga in there no more. So, but every show gotta have a gay moment in there.
Yep.
It has to.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's a
like
gay character
damn, like
in every show,
for real,
movie
like
now
every
almost.
single thing. They done changed all. Now they done redid all the shows. Now they gotta make sure somebody such and such is gay.
Yeah.
Now they doing a book or movie now that Jesus is gonna be gay. Now
Yeah.
you gotta have.
Stop
It's
with
like
that, man.
everything has to be this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like, bruh. But when we say you guys are wrong for saying Jesus is black, well, if you go look back at the people and everything, well, we have scientific facts that we can pull out. You know what I'm saying?
He was a black
we can
man.
do that.
We got
You
common
can't
sense.
scientifically pull out.
Common sense, man.
There's nothing here to sit and say, hey, you know what? Jesus was gay. There's nothing here to prove that.
Right.
But we can
Shit.
pull out science, but then you always want to, oh, well, that's not true. But well, he could have been gay. You can tell me that's not true that he's black, but you can tell me he could have been gay. That doesn't even make sense.
There's no logic in that.
If you sit,
Right, at all.
if you
At
sit
all.
and listen to yourselves with things that y'all say sometimes,
Yes.
it just be like, bruh, for real. So that's the only thing, man. Like I said, you can have your movements, man. You know, like I said, I ain't against nobody. You know what I'm saying? What
Right.
you want to do, what you
We
wanna
love
do.
everybody here.
Let's stop.
Yeah.
But you can't bully. You can't censor everybody. If somebody's making a joke that you don't like, just don't listen to them.
Yeah.
If you know Dave Chappelle's gonna get him to say something about the gay community, nigga, don't listen.
Yeah.
But you just waiting for him to say something so y'all can go up there and blow up and try to take his money and do all this other stuff. And, we about to get him, sue him for $30 million, make sure he never gets on another show again in life. Y'all try to take people's careers and what they do away from them.
yeah.
Stop folks
It's,
from eating.
come on, man.
That
But
ain't cool.
that's not bullying.
Yeah.
It's character assassination.
Come on, bro.
It's
Exactly
career
what it is.
assassination. That's
Exactly.
what it is.
That's exactly what it
and
is.
that's an influence tool. And it's kind of fucked up because that's the world we're living in,
Yep.
where
Yep.
all you have to do is get on one of these major platforms and just attack somebody, and then open up the floodgates for other people to attack them. And before you know it, you got a whole community of people
that
just
see this
behind
person
you.
that way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can paint the narrative. You can control the narrative much easily nowadays, which is kind of fucked up because that gives influencers even more power.
Yeah.
Which goes back to the conversation we're having about, you know what I'm saying, Tupac, his influences, and then the bigger influences of hip hop as a whole. Because you have all these different tentacles of influence that reach out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the end of the day, turn the channel. At the
That's
end of the day,
it, right?
I ain't got to listen
Stop
to this
listening.
shit.
You ain't gotta
I ain't got
listen
to
to it.
look through. I can scroll by.
You had that choice.
Yeah, you do have that choice.
It's like me. If I don't like what Kanye's doing right now, guess what I do? I didn't
Just tune him
download
out.
your music.
Yeah. Just tune it out.
Don't listen.
to it, right.
That's just that.
Just tune it out.
Yeah.
I'm not going on bashing everything the dude do. I'm not
Right.
protesting against the dude.
Exactly.
Just not gonna listen to it, bro. That's it.
Stop being
Scroll,
so sensitive.
like
man.
Z said, to scroll.
Really.
Keep
Keep
scrolling,
scrolling.
Joe.
Keep scrolling.
Yeah,
You
keep
know what I'm
scrolling.
saying? That's
But
it.
people
Yeah.
can't do that.
Oh no.
Because it's weird. Social media has engineered us to feel like we're obligated to give our
Say something.
opinions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're obligated to say something. If you see something that makes you feel a certain way,
You gotta say something.
If you don't say nothing, you can at least
Something
like,
wrong with you, right?
Yeah.
like it or
Like
dislike
it,
it. Angry face, happy face, crazy face, whatever the fuck you want
Whatever
to
it is
use.
they do now, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we got our fake woke community. Like I was just,
we talked that earlier.
I was just
We
telling
talked that
them,
earlier. Yeah.
I'm on
Keep me
Facebook
started on
scrolling,
that,
and somebody was talking about how poorly Eddie Murphy did on the Saturday Night Live. What's his name?
great.
I thought it was actually pretty good.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
You know, so it's like okay, but
He
now
didn't disappoint.
No, he didn't.
But to them, it turned into, he let down the community. He talked about this. It's like, see, here we go back to the
That's not a
whole.
community. What about a
Stop it.
gentrification of
That is
business?
real.
Stop
That
it.
was
That's real.
that was
That's real.
It was crazy
That's
how they
happening
did-
right now.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where we at is happening. It's
Right,
like, bro,
okay.
come on, man. So it's funny, like it's like we take this fake woke thing to a whole another extent. Like, bro, I'm glad you want to be
One
pro-black right now. I'm glad you want to be about your community and stuff
half
like that. But we take stuff to the extreme, man. It's like, oh my god, why they got to put a white ripe over the black straw? Nigga, what?
That's that half vote.
Bro.
That's that half
Why can't
vote.
the
Come
rapper
on.
be black?
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
God damn.
they always got to be
Interracial
on
date.
top of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stop it, man.
They
Stop
always
it.
got to be covering us right now.
Yeah.
Y'all don't see it though.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Like,
It's like, stop it.
a
Stop
joke
it.
is a joke, bro. Like, let's laugh at it. We grew up in the hood. The dude grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about what he saw and what you see now. Can we laugh about it, bro?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you
Apparently
know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
there's no crime in laughter, all right?
Man, that's the problem.
Laugh,
I think people take themselves too serious.
Seriously,
People take the
too
world
serious.
too seriously.
Yeah, way too
People
seriously.
break down the world in a lot of different ways that they used to didn't do back in the day because
Right.
now you have options. You have options to look at the world as a woke nigga, quote unquote,
Right.
where you see
That's what I'm
everything
saying.
as a struggle against the black person and whatever the case is, and only you can see this shit for what it is. You're the only person who has the God-given ability to look at the world and see all the fucked up shit.
Yep.
Right.
And actually put it in place and say, oh, this is why this happened. Oh, this is why that happened. Well, I get why we happening here today because of this happened. Right, I'm woke. You know what I'm saying?
You see me?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tagline. You know what I'm saying? It's a title. It's just something to throw on top of yourself to make yourself look good. But then when you have the big megahorn of the internet, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a soapbox.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Everybody got a soapbox. Everybody can be Malcolm on the corner.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah. Everybody. So everybody feels entitled to that.
So all my PC gangsters,
Right.
what up, though? Control, Alt, Delete, fool.
I call them the social media activists, man. Like, for real. That's what they are, man.
Yeah. Because if you actually spoke to them in person, they probably wouldn't have that much depth.
No.
I can look at you in the eye.
No.
Yeah.
Let alone, you know what I'm saying, say something to you in person.
Ain't been out on the street and marching nowhere. Ain't gave no money to us, nothing.
Exactly.
No
Ain't
calls,
donated, ain't did nothing.
no
So, but
charitable
yet,
deeds.
we can point out everything that somebody else ain't doing or what these rappers should be doing with their money and everything else. We stay, it's like, bruh. But we always looking for a leader, but then as soon as somebody step up to say something, we gotta, what is this nigga talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
He or she's not qualified.
Yeah.
He can't speak for me.
You know,
Yeah.
he
Who
can't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
You do
But
something.
yeah, we always looking for a spokesman. But then we
Speak
get
for your own
one.
fucking self.
Exactly.
Speak for your own damn self.
And get some people and find people that think like you and then go out there and say, you know, you think like that too? Hey man, let's
your
go, man.
business.
I think they doing these people.
We
wrong.
all woke.
Right.
Yeah.
We woke together.
Told you I'm woke. I'm woke.
Right.
One eye, I'm woke.
But it all boils down to influences, though.
Yep.
I think it all boils down to influence,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? Even with hip hop, you know, like the whole thug movement. And I hate this. I'm not trying to put this on the doorstep of hip hop. I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not.
I swear for God.
I swear for God. But damn, I don't know if I couldn't pick a better spokesperson for the genre other than real thugs in jail. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not a street nigga, but
That's real.
I still think about selling drugs.
Every time I see my check, I'll be like,
This ain't even working.
Right.
You know what?
a key would be
need
nice
this money.
right now.
think I can move a brick real quick.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, they make it sound so easy.
You know what? Homie, you was right.
You know what I can do with a brick?
Right, you know, let me go grab this Griselda CD real quick and learn me something real fast. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
No idea.
Get a little bit of Benny going, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Go get this, and then let me go get me a laundromat so I can launder my money. You know what I'm saying? We want some clean money coming out
right,
here.
right.
I need something around here.
Right.
Ten crack commandments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Go back to the first season of Power. Let me see what Ghost and Tiny was doing. I know I can.
so
Look,
how do you do this?
Ghost was doing
He
this,
got
nigga.
but at the club, though, right? So
that's why I fucked back. I didn't get the club. I didn't get the club. God damn. I had this all backwards. I'm hustling backwards, man. God damn.
Right. That's the problem.
Stop throwing parties. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Damn, I ain't got no club though. I don't move all these drugs.
Right.
Man.
How you looking for your homie Jermaine? Hey Jermaine, you still on that laundromat, right? You still on that laundromat, right?
Hey, wait, holla at me, man. What you
Let
got?
me run my money through here. Let me wash my money through here.
I got a business proposal for you.
Your boy that got the barbershop.
Right.
Run this,
Right. Like, hey, Crystal got the barbershop, right?
See, that's how you know it's an influence when drug dealers start making business proposals to regular people. Right. Everything's a business proposal.
Right. Like,
that's a good thing.
Hey, sure,
no, it is.
I gotta find a way to clean my money.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Don't you get that daycare. Hold on.
We gonna clean this money.
when they hit you with
Child
the
psychology. Hold on.
business going, how's your business going right now?
Sure, you still got that paper route? Hold on for a second, man. You make a little extra money.
I'm about to make some money off these Girl Scout cookies.
See?
This nigga's out here selling Girl Scout cookies. I'm gonna throw a couple things in these.
Right.
What kind you want?
Yeah, but man, like I said, man, I think the especially with hip hop, man, the overall like fad, for example.
Okay.
Fads, like dressing fashion.
Yeah.
You can't deny the influence that hip hop has had on it.
Heavy influence.
Heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Saying nigga with skinny jeans. I don't know what to do.
It's
You don't like skinny
heavy.
jeans, bro?
Bro.
Skinny jogging pants.
You
Skinny
don't like skinny
everything.
jeans, the sagging,
I
skinny
bro.
jeans?
will rock a pair
bro.
of fitted joints,
What's different?
I can't.
but I can't do the
difference.
skinny though. I can't do the skinny.
I'm a little too thick for fitted.
Right?
I'm a little too thick for fitted. You know what I'm
I can
saying?
do a pair of fitted, but I can't do the whole.
Nigga, when you get
Skinny.
up,
No.
you get up and your inseam is showing through your skin when you
Yeah,
get up.
now that right there.
That's too much.
Fellas,
It's a problem.
fellas,
bro.
stop with that, all right?
It's a problem.
Stop with
man.
that.
We
See
gotta-
your hamstring.
Yeah, I gotta quit letting hip hop influence y'all, man.
And these big ass shoes, man. Oh,
Yeah,
my God. Skinny jeans.
Balenciagas are the
Big
ugliest
ass
fucking shoes in the world.
But Balenciaga they got Fila making them now.
They
Now
ugly.
Adidas
Yeah,
and
them big
Kanye with
bulky
these
ass-
stupid ass shoes.
Hey, Kanye, I'm gonna stop. Just stop, man. Stop with these shoes,
Hey, them
man.
Yeezys ugly as hell. I'm
Man,
so sorry.
They look
ugly
like-
as shit.
They look like the shoes that they wear in hospital, that the nurses and stuff wear in
Yeah,
hospitals.
yeah.
That's what they look like, for real.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
those
Call
shoes
them
look better
Crocs
than
or
them,
something
man.
like-
Yeah.
But those shoes look better than them, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Crocs do look better than fucking Yeezys.
Yeah.
Yeezys look like shit.
Kanye,
for real, man.
stop.
It's ridiculous.
And
man.
to spend
like,
the
I'm
kind of
so
money
tired
for
of it,
them.
bro.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They ain't Jordans, dog. Like, these ain't even Jordans.
Kanye, I'm gonna say this to you real quick,
You
bro.
can't ball in these fucking things.
You are a genius musically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that again. Musically, fashion-wise, brother.
Nah, brother.
Stop it,
The
bro.
prices that you charging for these shoes and these holy T-shirts, bro. Come on, man. I can put a hole in my T-shirt at home, man.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
For free.
Where I want
For
it.
free. Yeah.
Put
Where
it
I
where
wanted
I
it.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not
And-
rocking your
and I ain't about to spend
orthopedic
$100
shoes, bro.
on it,
I'm not doing that, man.
$300 for some Yeezys. Man, I
Yeah.
wish I would, yo.
I don't work
People
in the
do it, though.
hospital. I don't need
Yeah,
those.
they do.
Yeah, they do it.
People
all
do
day,
it.
all
People
day.
do it.
I've
Why?
seen it.
Because hip hop.
Cause it's
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Because
Hip hop's
fucking
heavy.
hip hop.
Oh, hip hop is the biggest influencer in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the whole culture is just
Yeah.
like. But again, it's not even that. They pulling it from. This funny thing, drug dealers started the whole culture.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
yeah.
They the
like
real
I said,
influencers.
we
Yeah.
wanted to be like them. So when we saw the drug dealers buying and wearing, that's what the hip hop artists
Look at
was
the 80s.
dressing. That's how they was dressing.
Man, 80s.
Nigga, look at the
man.
80s,
Yeah.
bro. Every rapper
Yeah.
had a big dope rope.
Had the
rope.
Dookie rope.
This is
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
Houdini because they dressed like these dudes just now.
40 times.
Houdini was the
40
first.
times.
Houdini was the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
Migos.
That's
Yeah.
That's the first
No, that's real though.
I can't. Yo, they wardrobe was like, the wardrobe was horrible. Be like for real, like dead ass.
No, that's real though.
Swear. Yeah. But once we get past them, when we get the Run DMC and all these guys, and we said we got the, you know, now they made Adidas cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did.
Kanye
Niggas
just turned
Houdini
it around.
dressing funny.
Right. These niggas.
Yeah, right?
Something going down there, bro. I know they wasn't dressing down there
Niggas ain't
on,
rappers, are they?
on 125 in St. Louis. No, they wasn't doing it, driving, walking around like that, bro. Like, but I mean, what's that? But once the rappers came out, man, everybody had the fat gold, the rope, man.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely.
Heck, you know, we all had it once Raekwon had Cuban Link, then we had to get out.
Everybody
with
had
the
Cuban Link.
Cuban Link.
Yeah, they bounced the Wallabies.
Wallabies.
Yeah.
I had the
Yeah.
Wallabies,
Yeah.
all
But
that.
they was dressing
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That was their style, and
That
so
was
that's how
their
they
style.
started
It
dressing.
just
You know what I'm
crossed
saying?
over,
So
yeah. It crossed over.
It just crossed over. Once
Yep.
once they started getting rappers wearing Jordans and everything, man, it was like, yo,
That was all she
everybody
wrote.
outside. Even though niggas in Chicago, we was gonna rock mics anyway. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
But
right.
That was always a Chicago
once,
thing, yeah.
Once everybody saw it, man, hell, do you remember? Man, we was all in high school because we all the same age. We
Right.
all in high school. Air Ones was $59.
We ain't never
See the
lied.
price on them
And you
bad
can
boys
wear Air
nowadays.
Ones.
Right.
Missed them days.
What about
Shit.
6, 7, 8 pairs in the summer?
Nigga.
Yeah, triple line pretty much.
Then Nelly came out with
Air
Air
Force
Force
Ones.
Ones. Bruh, them joints jumped up to $99.99 just like that in that summer.
Easily.
It was
They
like,
sold the fuck out.
bruh,
Man,
Yeah.
for
you
real.
could go, I mean, you
Yep.
could always go get fresh pair of white ones.
Couldn't- nope,
Anytime.
not that
Because
year.
wasn't nobody rocking them.
Not that year.
He dropped that.
That was it. That was
And
over.
ever since then, they have never been cheaper than
Nope. Right.
$99.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because now they like they're 100 now, right?
Man,
120,
120,
yeah, 120,
110, something like
Yeah.
that. Depending
But
where
it's,
you go. Yeah.
it's crazy how much influence, like, once
Yeah.
you said, but the funny, like I said, they were still dressing like D-boys, bro. This is what it was.
Yeah, D-Boys were the original influence.
That was the
yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
influence. And rappers wanted to be like them. Everybody else.
And
The
vice
hell, some of
versa.
them were, they became rappers.
Even some of the
Eazy-E's
clothing,
of the world.
like
everything.
State Property clothing,
Rock-
Rockwell.
Rockwell.
A lot of these were
Yeah.
clothing wears for hustlers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they had
Sean
secret
John.
compartments
Yep.
and shit,
Yep.
and stitching and
Stay-
shit, and
yep.
little pockets and shit,
Yeah.
and all this other shit. Like literally, these were hustlers.
It was for them.
yeah,
A lot of people didn't get that, but it's really for them.
Yeah, it was
It
for
was
hustlers.
with
yeah.
the people pocket.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It was because that's what it was.
It was for them.
They made it for them. It was what made it super popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But like I said, but our culture it's a circle. We influence hip-hop influenced the culture. And then the world took it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the Kardashians got on TV and
they made it mainstream.
Took everything.
Yeah.
When them
Swagger jackets.
when they tried to say, when them, I felt so bad for black women. They came out with them damn box braids like they was new.
Man,
I'm like, man, Keisha had them braids and we was 8. What did they talking about? Like this is something.
The Keisha had times when them braids back when we was in grade school.
Yeah,
What are
you
y'all talking
any
about?
hood in America right now, and somebody has those braids.
But now it's popular because the Kardashians came up with this.
You see Kim's braids?
I'm sorry.
Why it's so hot, bro?
Yeah.
They had to add to make their hair braid like this. Like this is natural braids for us. You know what I'm saying?
This is how you had to do all
Come
year.
on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny, man. So it's like our culture, but the only people that don't know that we influence the world
is us.
Is us.
Is us.
They steal
It's
everything from us, and yet we be like,
and run with it.
And
Run
then
with
we're
it.
the ones who are stuck with the negative impacts of it.
Yeah.
Like all the negative shit hits
It blames us first. Yeah.
Like let
You know what I'm saying?
our girls show up to work with box braids or whatever. Oh, she's so ghetto. She's so hood.
Oh my
Let
God.
a white girl do it.
It's so tacky.
Oh, I love your hair.
I love this
I
new
love it.
style
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah.
I've never seen that
That's
before.
different.
Tanya had
Exactly.
that style yesterday. You just sent it home.
Right.
even down to the clothing, like even with the jean shorts they have now.
Summertime. Jean shorts. Yeah.
So it's like when they look cut off shorts, whatever the case may be, they wear, oh, she's ghetto.
Yeah.
She has too much
Man,
butt.
look,
But let
don't
Becky
have-
come
look.
through with those on.
Man, I have seen families, the dad and the mom, and then the kids in tow. And the daughters got on like shorts shorter than
Up to the thing almost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like if a black chick had that on,
You would
we'd
be
have a
calling
whole
everything.
conversation here.
About
She's
her
nasty.
upbringing, her
Yeah,
appearance,
about her
she's
body
ghetto.
shape and all that
Her
shit.
thighs are too big. Oh my
Yeah.
God, her butt,
Yeah.
her breasts are so huge. Come on, really?
Yeah, but this,
But
you
y'all
know,
doing it.
Yeah, but they doing it.
Yeah, but it's okay for them. But we again, that's because we accept everything that they do, and we look for acceptance from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We look for
Yeah.
acceptance, and that's what it is.
So
The
we
problem-
do shit and wait to see if it pop off.
Yeah, it's still the in 2019 end of it. You know what I'm saying? Going to 2020, we still stuck with a slave mentality. So we still got to look
Man,
for
that is
master's
so true.
approval for everything.
So true.
And that's the sad part about it. We gotta have. I think to me, one of the worst things that was done for the black community was integration. Like plain and simple.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
it made us.
I can see
It made us have to conform to everything that they want.
Yep.
It made us have to look to them for approval.
And
it made us have to look for an acceptance, and
Yep.
we always want to feel accepted.
Yeah.
So, but we don't look to each other and be accepted by our people. Oh no.
We gotta go outside the community.
White
and do
America
it.
has to accept us, and we're not validated until we. Like I said, I used to say,
They like it.
my wife, right? 'Cause my wife's an actress, and I'm just sitting there like, you stupid.
Y'all
You
good with
stupid.
this? Y'all good?
Right.
Okay, cool. I'm rising.
Right, yeah, y'all good. Like my wife's an actress, and I sit and I be wondering, I'm like, man, bro, why do we got like for Oscar? We don't say a black actor is great, or we don't say actors are great until they've received the Oscar. You trying to tell me?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Denzel
Yeah, it
didn't do
is.
better roles than he did until he did Training Day.
We
Like
way-
Halle was
we
a
know
better
that.
actress
Like,
than
First of all,
she did for Monster
Halle should
Ball.
have never
Absolutely.
had an Oscar anyway in anything in life, unless it's probably gonna be losing Isaiah. Because I mean,
she was great in there.
Yeah.
though.
Other than
fantastic in
that,
that,
she's been a
man.
horrible
Yeah.
actress, but she just looks great. You know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah.
hey,
say she's horrible,
keep
man.
making moves, bruh. She was not good. You cannot name a standout movie she's done other than her looking good. Be like, oh my God, you know what? This is amazing
This
what
is
she
true.
did. You have never said Halle Berry was amazing in a movie.
This is probably
Got to go.
Oh, well, she played crazy.
But I'm saying, it's like, come on, man.
Hey, low key, she might be crazy for real.
There's no reason why.
That ain't no act.
There's no reason why Angela Bassett shouldn't have an Oscar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This woman is amazing.
Yeah.
But
Fantastic.
Nah, yeah.
we have to look for them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she has to get it. And they don't say, we have to be accepted. Why? But we won't go get no NAACP Image Award. We won't make that show big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That should be
BET
the standard
Awards, we
bearer.
won't make it big. We won't make any of these, even though white people own
But
BET
BET,
now.
Right,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
BET is no longer black owned.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
I'm just saying, but
it's no longer black
whatever
owned.
you come up with, well, we gonna celebrate ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that's not good enough. We
It's
won't even
dulled
show.
down.
We won't even
Yeah.
show up to the damn awards. You know what I'm saying? Oh, forget our
not
biggest
big
stars.
enough.
Won't even show. It's not big enough.
It's not big
But once the Grammys come
I do
calling,
the Grammys.
you trying to tell? You trying to tell me Cardi B deserved a Grammy for her albums that she did over some of the albums that was out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. Rhapsody's album shitted on Cardi B's album. And you trying to tell me she didn't deserve a Grammy over the bullshit that Cardi B put out?
You know
but
why.
because she's a reality TV star.
But it goes back to what we said earlier too about the influence.
And she influences the culture.
Exactly.
And all the ratchets love her. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to be a ratchet nowadays.
Hold on, man! Don't do that,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
I gotta cut you now.
The ratchets love her.
Leave Kanye alone.
But it's even to the point now you got fake ratchet.
You can tell you upper echelon nigga.
Because we got real ratchets, who we've all seen and we've been around our whole damn life.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm just
we got hey,
Oh yeah.
I'm saying we got the real ratchets. We've seen them our whole damn life.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then we got the wannabe ratchets that now all the because reality TV has made them
okay.
Made it cool.
So
to
we
be
have
ratchet.
the, that's why I said we have the ratchets, you know, quote unquote, because this is what this is what VA
Right, the ratchet.
Oh, she's having with the ratchet having big fun. Right. Shout out to Claire Hustle for giving us big fun.
You was in Baltimore having big fun with the ratchet.
With the ratchet.
They didn't get Claire Hustle with a credit for bringing out big fun.
Right.
Real talk.
Well,
being the
Rick
precursor to
James
ratchet.
came out with big fun.
That was Rick. That was Rick.
Rick James
came with the
gave-
big fun.
Right, but so I'm saying it's like, man, you know, they came out there, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But a person like her, like this last album she did that was in the category with her. It was like, are you serious right
Yeah.
now?
Right,
Like,
shouldn't even be-
there's no way, shape, and form musically
Should be no.
that this album is better than what she did.
Not even close.
They're rewarding influence.
Exactly.
And they're
That's what you
that's
said
real.
earlier.
That's
It's
real.
power
Yeah.
Don't tell
influence.
me
It's
that
influence.
Jay-Z doesn't have Grammys like that. Jay-Z? That he's put out. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Not these guys, the albums that these dudes dropped.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me they couldn't have grant? Like, come on, bro. Like, miss me with that
Yep.
shit. So, but you want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, this got to get a Grammy.
But see,
This gotta be.
You just said it. Got to be accepted. So, Cardi B, and then there's no shot at her, but her getting the Grammy over a Rhapsody gives that image a stamp of approval.
Yep.
Over the Rhapsody stamp of
Incredible
stamp of
artist.
approval.
Yep.
Incredible
So I'm
artist,
saying,
yeah.
so analyze those two artists separately, and ask yourself what you're getting in terms of like if the culture says yay or nay to either one. What's actually being said? The fact that Grammys are co-signing a Cardi B, who is a good artist, don't get me wrong, but they're co-signing her and her brand over a Rhapsody, who's an
they
actual
don't take you niggas
hip hop
serious.
artist.
I was about to say that.
They don't take you niggas serious.
You got to think what's going to sell records. You know, so you got to think what's going to be the most profitable. You know, like if you take a Cardi B and a Rhapsody may have more talent, but you know they gonna choose Cardi B anyway because she markets. It's almost like, okay, if you got Megan Thee Stallion and you got a Tierra Whack, we already know Tierra Whack better. But Megan Thee Stallion is what's gonna push
what's
the
hot in the
envelope
streets right now.
financially.
Yeah.
That's because VH1 has turned the TV on and said reality TV has made everything so ratchet. So we gotta watch
gotta
everything.
capitalize off of it.
Exactly.
And what
Yeah.
pisses me off is you got these women, and I hate it. Women, please stop doing this shit. These women are in their 40s. Some of them in their fucking 50s.
Yeah.
Carrying on
Still
with it.
fighting and throwing drinks across
Stop
the
it.
table.
Yeah.
Stop.
Fighting over niggas.
Stop it.
Fighting over niggas,
Stop
throwing
it.
all this, doing all this other stuff, man. The ratchet shit is
hate
what
that shit.
accepted.
I hate
so
that
now,
shit.
but then you
I hate
turn
that
around and you got another culture that's, we're gonna act like them. And again, you still won't see the power that you got because you got them acting like y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still just like, and
Exactly.
then so now they give you the stamp of approval, like, but we want more Cardi B.
Yeah, more.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
more.
we know you niggas gonna keep trying to be Cardi B, which means y'all can go be in a strip club, which means y'all go, but I mean, it's only one Cardi B. The other 40 million you motherfuckers still sitting at the crib, broke
Trying
as
to be
shit
Cardi.
right now, trying to be Cardi B.
Cardi, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Want to be bad girls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead
You know
of
what I'm
going
saying?
out trying to be something else, man, it's like, bro, that's the part. It's the influences that they want us to see are gone. The one thing that I loved about the Cosby Show, Shout out to Bill Cosby while he doing his time. Bill, you know what I'm saying?
Bill.
He doing Bill. The one good thing about it is, I don't care if I had a broken household. What I saw was a father in the household that had a job, a great job. I saw a mother in the household that had a great job,
Right.
and you saw a good woman. Like you had women wanting to be. And I'm gonna be Claire Huxtable when I grew up.
Yeah.
That was a role
Now you
model,
got all
man.
these hoes out here. You raising little hoes. Like I hate seeing little pictures of these women showing their little daughters and they
Twerking
dress
and
like
shit.
them.
Twerking all
Man, they
over.
twerking and they
hate
dress
that.
like
I
them.
hate
Dressing them and everything like, yo, this is a baby.
swear
Why
to
are
God.
you doing this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
I would choke the shit out of one of my baby mamas, Joe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's disgusting.
I would choke the shit out of my baby mama's Joe right now. My daughter's sitting on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just like Cardi B.
Ladies,
Just
stop
like Cardi
doing
B.
that.
Dude, I would have a
Okay,
fit. I'd be in jail.
whatever the fuck she
I would be
do,
in jail.
twerking,
Seriously.
doing all this stuff, wearing booty shorts, going outside in the summertime dressed like that, bruh. I swear to God, I will raise all hell. Y'all
Right,
will be
ladies,
doing this
please.
show. Y'all
Stop
be
that.
hearing me from a phone like, damn, what a nigga said? He's in jail. He just killed somebody. Swear to God. Because like, bruh, it's not because a woman. Be an example to your
daughters.
daughter.
Yes.
Man.
You know, if
Yes.
you're gonna ask the same of us to be example, because you're like, oh man, boys out here acting like this because they ain't got no men here. Why the hell you think these women act the way they doing? Because you see a lot of this
Exactly.
shit. You see a lot. We don't. But see, the funny part is, it's so society is so hell bent on tearing down black fathers and black men. Period.
It's part of the agenda.
It's
Definitely.
the point.
Man.
But we don't want to say nothing negative about what black mothers are doing. And what we see with these young girls out here, you know what I'm saying, doing all the stuff, but they see their mothers because we keep having kids younger and younger and younger. But I still can't use that excuse because our grandparents had kids young, and I meant mothers didn't turn out to be
influences
certain
were
like
different.
that. It's a whole different influence.
Influences were different.
Going right back into our influence and conversation.
That word again, influence.
Influences.
We've allowed TV, reality TV, and now social media to raise our kids.
Man,
And
yeah.
hip-hop
That's
show
what it
them
is.
how they do it.
That's what it is.
Hip hop
You're
as
right.
well
Hip-hop
to
as well.
raise our kids.
Yeah.
This is not their job. Their job is to entertain. Music is entertainment.
Yep.
Not to be used as raising your child. Be like them.
Definitely.
No. Go about your way. Now, if you have a gift to rap and do what you do your thing.
ahead. Do your
But
thing.
be
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Don't be them.
Yeah. Right.
You'll make it your way. And if you don't, you did the way that
Yeah.
God had you do it, and you keep it moving.
Right.
That's
That
it,
seed to
bro.
keep moving.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll plant that seed somewhere, and you might not be the rapper, but somebody gonna come get you for your lyrics.
Yep.
Somebody gonna get you for being a producer. Somebody
Gonna
gonna
coach
come
you
get
somewhere.
this.
Yep.
Somebody gonna want you for something.
Yeah.
You might not make it that big in that era right there, but Joe, do you, be you. But we
Right,
keep
right,
making
right.
everybody else different, bruh. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We keep trying to make a whole bunch of Cardi B's.
Yeah, stop it. Stop
For
it.
what?
But we got one.
You got Nicki
one.
Minaj is first. Then we got Lil
Nah,
Kim.
nah.
And then you got
Yeah,
these ones.
Lil'
I'm
Kim.
saying it just keeps going.
just keeps
It
going.
gets worse and worse and worse. But we
Nobody
had
pay
Lil
attention
Kim.
to that, though.
But even in our era, they still wasn't. It wasn't a lot of girls out here taking the Lil Kim picture that we all had in our locker room.
That's
And
true.
we all
that's
had
real.
makeup
That's
in our
real.
locker room. It wasn't a
That's
lot of
true.
girls doing it.
That's
But
Not at all.
now,
Not at all.
everybody's doing what Nicki's doing.
Everybody's doing what
Cardi's
Megan's doing.
now.
Yeah, everybody doing
I
what
gotta
Megan's
be
doing.
like this. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only influence in hip hop. That's the only female in hip hop right now.
It is.
That's the only
It
female.
is.
Rhapsody is there. We know
Well,
about
yeah.
Lauryn Hills.
Right.
But the only female
and
presence
Megan now.
in hip
Everybody
hop.
saying Megan now.
But Megan is
She's on the rise.
She's
She's
a Cardi B. But to me, she's a Cardi B, Little Kim, Nicki
Yeah,
Minaj.
she's
Just
Kind
in
of
there.
like
Yeah.
rolled into
Right.
Yeah.
She's one of those. She's an offset. She's a Little Kim child.
Okay.
Little Kim clone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's not enough Rhapsodies. There's not enough Lauryn Hills getting the appreciation for
Yeah.
just being strong women
I would love that. to
of
happen,
hip hop
man.
caliber.
Yeah.
Not just sexy ass, over sexually ass
Right.
Yeah.
strippers who can put together a good hit song.
Right.
That's
You know
all
what I'm
it is.
saying? And
No,
that's
you're
the
right.
difference.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Queen
the
Latifah
difference.
made it big.
Queen
And
Latifah.
she was-
She
look at
was
the era.
huge. The
Right.
era, I'm saying.
Look at the
But
era.
then she
Yeah.
did. See, like we said,
Try to
Hold
do
it for
a
there.
Queen
if it
Latifah
don't,
now, though.
even if
Oh,
it
it ain't
didn't pop
working.
off,
It ain't working.
it turned
Right,
into
it
her
won't pop.
having
Yeah.
an acting career, to having producing,
Took
to
off.
doing everything
Yeah,
else.
she's everything
It took off.
now, yeah.
To now she's very influential to what to people
she
that's
did,
gonna
right,
follow.
she
her.
brings,
But
yeah.
my thing is like, and then ain't nobody no knock on her sexuality, anything else like
Right.
that. She did what she did. MC Light, these rappers that was about their
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
Had
Their
even
talent
though
did it.
they
It ain't
looked
about
good,
talent anymore, though.
It wasn't
No.
about.
No, not
It's
at all.
not. It's
Yeah.
about
Not at
what
all.
you can sell
Yep.
and
Yep.
how you look. It's about how
Exactly.
sexy you can make things right now. Because now we just doing over saturating sex now. It's like, yo,
That's all what it is.
sexuality
Man,
is
this
just
is
what's
the
going
Even
on.
to the R&B
sexualized,
songs.
society,
Hell,
man. Yeah.
R&B songs be about love. Everything now is about sex.
Oh, they had some nasty shit going
Yeah.
on.
Oh no, it was
But they-
no.
it wasn't
It
compared to now, though, right, it's subliminal.
Exactly.
Compared to
You have
now,
to use your
oh my
imagination.
God,
Yeah.
man.
My wife's favorite song, Juicy Fruit, has got to be one of the nastiest
shit.
goddamn songs. I said, you didn't even know how much a freak you was because
Yeah.
of
Right, right.
you would listen.
Yep.
This is your favorite song, Juicy Fruit. I didn't even know nothing about candy.
Yeah.
before.
Exactly.
But as a kid, you
But
thought
as a
about
kid,
candy.
right,
So you started-
right.
It's not about gum.
Right.
It ain't about gum.
But it's PC compared to nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell
It's
yeah.
like, yo,
They
what's
hell
that?
yeah.
They straight to the point now.
They tell you, just flat out. But
I'm a-
influences.
That's that word again.
That's that word again.
Influences.
Yep.
So back to hip hop and back to influences. If this is the way people are talking in the music, it's only a matter of time before that type of expression shows up in the culture.
Oh man, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to what you were saying. It's that circle. So yeah, it might have come out of the culture, but then it gets a bigger mic and can influence more people outside of that little neighborhood that it started in. And now all of a sudden you got a megaphone, you know what I'm saying, pumping a certain message or reaffirming a certain message into another side of the community. You know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna change until
Black people know their power, man.
not even that. It's not even gonna change until white people start doing it, following it. Like as far as doing what the rappers say do, kind of like the opioids.
Yeah.
Kind of like the opioids. Like it wasn't opioids wasn't a problem until white folks started doing it.
Yeah.
Because when it was a war on drugs in our community, it wasn't a big problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now they're sick. They need help.
Yeah.
It's a disease.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a disease when we had crackheads laying on my doorstep.
Yeah.
It wasn't a disease then.
Yeah.
They had no empathy at all.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? But
Vapes, right? We were talking about the
Vaping and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a problem
Until
now.
white people start dying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now
Until
it's
it starts
problem.
affecting their community.
But they so selling every gas station in the hood.
Yep.
But they didn't. It's not a problem then.
Right.
But
Yep.
once they start doing it, and their kids start, oh my God, it's such a
Yeah.
problem.
When they hit their high schools,
It's a sickness.
teenagers start getting
What
into
are we
it.
doing?
College kids,
When little Billy
ODing.
pass out,
Yep.
Yeah.
now it's a problem.
So until G-Eazy get on here and start rapping about, start talking about,
Yeah, him and Logic.
start talking about Crips and
Logic is
Bloods
black.
and doing all this other stuff, man, it's not gonna change, man. It's gonna,
Real talk.
It's gonna be the same, man.
Real talk.
It's
And
sad, but it's the
You're
truth,
absolutely
man.
right, man. You're absolutely right.
Real talk. All right, man. Well, shit, dude. I think we done chopped it up.
Yeah.
Do we got anything after that?
Nah.
I think we done dug into that.
Yeah, we
dug into
went
it.
in on
dug
it a
into
little
that
bit.
one.
Yeah.
We went in a little bit. Zeke, you got
Deep.
Got anything you want to add, Black Dog? Somebody put a beat up.
All right, man.
All this from GoodPAC, BadPAC.
Yeah, all this from GoodPAC, BadPAC. But you see how that's how it go, man. That's how we
how
do on
it is.
Get This D, man. We open up the onion, we peel that bad boy back, and we peel it back till we can't peel it back no more.
Ta-da.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at, baby.
Yeah.
Well, man, thanks to the break room crew, man, for jumping down with me, man.
Awesome, man. Our pleasure, man. Our pleasure.
Shine,
Thanks
Keith,
for having
Tory,
us on,
man.
man.
Appreciate
You know
y'all
what it is,
fellas,
man. You know
man.
what it
Thanks
is,
for having
bro.
us.
Lively
Love.
conversation, man.
Yeah,
Where can they
definitely.
find y'all at?
Man, at THEE BreakRoom on IG, THEE BreakRoom. We got that in on Facebook.
Yep.
Then we all got our same
On individual
on
IG.
individual IGs. You can do it. Sign 25.
Lay down one.
Tory 326.
Hey.
That's TORR. 326. Ladies, slide in those DMs.
He is single. We've still been looking
Yeah,
for love.
I am
For
single.
love.
I am looking for love. Right, say it again. And I'm single.
You put the C in single. Well, that's what it is, man. It's your boy D Smith, man. Get this D. We'll holler at y'all later, baby. Peace.
Peace. Yep.